us Friday, April 3rd for our home opener party at Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Dover and Cecil will get the party started live from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the Drive will come out of the bullpen to close things out from 2 to 6.
How about that?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
It's the College Hoops Showdown, wall-to-wall basketball, and zero time to mess with your lawn. At Waterloo Turf, they help Denver homeowners trade yard work for game time. No mowing, no watering, no mud on game day. Just a green championship-level lawn all season long. Perfect for watch parties, pets, and backyard hoops. From backyards to putting greens, Waterloo Turf installs premium artificial turf built for Colorado. Visit waterlooturf.com/Denver and book your free consultation. Waterloo Turf, get your Saturdays back, and don't miss the buzzer.
Most financial advisors only manage your money. They refer you out for taxes, they refer you out for estate planning, they refer you out when things get complicated. Did they really vet that person? Or did they meet once, exchange business cards, and call it a partnership? A referral isn't accountability. It's a handoff. When your investments, taxes, and estate plan are built separately, gaps happen, and those can cost money. At Trajan, we didn't build a referral network. We built a family office for all. Wealth, tax, estate. One team delivering coordinated planning, once reserved for the ultra-wealthy. If you want real coordination and not just introductions, call Trajan Wealth today.
Call Trajan today at 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers 11747 West Ken Carl Avenue in Littleton, now until 4 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to tonight's Avs game and sample Gatorade's lower sugar line. Don't miss it.
Opening day is here. Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan at the Thirsty Lion at Union Station this Friday as we broadcast live from 10 to 6. Stop by for pregame fun and your chance to win a $250 Thirsty Lion gift card. Thirsty Lion. Come as strangers, leave as friends.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and roll. here on a Wednesday, April 1st, in a jam-packed show. Absolutely jam-packed show with content. We are busting at the seams. What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on? It is Wednesday, hump day. We're going to hump right through this day. April 1st, like you just got done saying, Z. But, hey, no funny business. None of that April Fool's stuff. We're going to keep it clean.
Are you an April Fool's guy?
No. I like to have fun. I like to joke around. But sometimes people can take things too far. And on April 1st, April Fools, people like to take things too far, even on social media. And it's like, it's not funny, man. It's not funny. You know who just had one? Von Miller. Von Miller on social media today.
Dude, he does this every year.
So I didn't know that. I didn't know Von did this every year. Now I do know
Which makes
Von.
it, like, more unfunny. What did he say? Did he, like, announce his retirement or something?
No, so this time he announced that he's going to the Raiders. Right, so it made it seem like it was real. Like, okay, so you're going to the Raiders, and
Dude,
then he's like, April
He
Fools.
does this every single year. Every year, dude. He's like said goodbye to Broncos country, and that's what it is. It's a lure in the water for Broncos country. Like, I'm gonna go play for the Raiders. So then
it's attention seeking.
He gets reminded how much they love him here. You know what I mean? Yes, very much so. Man, a fun show. And tonight we're going to see the Denver Nuggets. We haven't seen the Nuggets in action since Sunday night. It's, I think, the lightest week of the year for the Nuggets. Yeah. I mean, they played on Sunday night against Golden State, right? They blow them out.
Yep.
They don't play till Wednesday, and then they'll have 2 more days off after this before playing on Saturday afternoon against San Antonio.
So we shouldn't hear the complaining about back-to-backs and that we didn't get any rest and the hotel was already closed before we got there, so we had to sleep on the plane. That didn't happen, but that's something that they would cry about. That's basketball players for you, Z.
Well, some of them. Some of them.
No, that's anybody, actually. But yeah, so they're well-rested. We hopefully we see some guys back like Aaron Gordon. AG should be back in the mix.
Well, we'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Payton Watson, hopefully he gets more minutes, increased minutes. He wants an increased role. I know he does. Everybody wants to see P. Watt a little bit more. And handle business. Handle business tonight, boys.
Well, I said going into the last break that the Nuggets will try to accomplish something tonight that's only been done once in the history of the franchise. And I don't know how many people this is on their radar, okay? Because as much as we talked about the Denver Nuggets struggles this season, whether it's struggles in the clutch, which has corrected course this month. We'll get back to that in just a second. But the Nuggets are going for their 7th straight win. That would represent a season high. Okay, so they can match their season high win streak tonight with a win against the Jazz. But the thing that's only happened once in the history of this team, once ever, is going on the road and winning 25 games. It happened once just a couple years ago. It can happen twice as the Denver Nuggets are sitting on 24 road wins and can match the franchise record this evening.
Man, and so it's a big night then. Tonight's the night where the Nuggets can take control of that, have the 25 wins on the road, which is very important. We know that you have to win games on the road. You have to win games in the playoffs on the road, and the Nuggets have done a great job this year of winning on the road. And so if you can just get through that, find a way to don't make this a hard game tonight, Z. That's not
no.
Please, I'm tired of that with the Jazz and it being high-scoring games. And you look up and you're like, dude, are the Nuggets going to lose? Like, handle business, just like the Avs handle business against the Flames. All right, get that 25th home or road win, and let's move on from there. This is a business type of trip.
It is. It very much is a business trip, and the Jazz are bad. Okay, the Jazz are bad, but it was just last Thursday, last Friday?
It was Friday.
Okay.
We were talking about it.
Yeah, the Jazz, I can't believe this is real. The Denver Nuggets had to come back down 13 points in the 4th quarter to beat a team that I believe had lost at the time, right now they've lost 6 straight in 18 of 21. It was something similar to that. They're one of the worst teams in the entire NBA. They're the 2nd worst team in the Western Conference. They have a record of 21-55. All right, they've lost, like I said, 18 of 21. So that should not have happened last week. That should have got their attention.
You would think. You would think, Z.
And here's the kicker with that. Here's the kicker with that game the other night. The Jazz do not want to win games. organizationally.
Yes, you have to shoehorn that one in because the players want to win.
The players who are on the court are fighting for their NBA life, and a lot of them are young players. There's a young player for the Jazz named Kyle Filipowski. He played for Duke, okay? He was playing awesome. I mean, he was having a great game. They benched him in the fourth quarter.
So hold on.
And I don't know how many people noticed that last week.
So people were talking about it online, and I didn't necessarily say I didn't really look into it because it's the Jazz. So you get benched when you're having yourself a day.
So that's how organizationally you can pull the strings and take the control out from the player. So and I'll pull it up here because I'll get his exact stats. But that was the game where Cody Williams, remember the Colorado kid, the first round draft pick, he went for 24 points, but Filipowski had 25 points in 25 minutes. He didn't play into the 30s from a minute perspective because they yanked him. He gave them too much of a chance to win the game, so the Jazz benched his ass.
That's bizarre,
so they could literally lose the game. So I just want to frame tonight's game the right way. Yes, the Nuggets should roll Utah. The Denver Nuggets are a 16.5-point favorite.
What's the points?
Last time I checked, I mean, they are a monster favorite in Utah. But the last time they played, the organizational decision that was made was to bench Kyle Filipowski in the fourth quarter because he gave him too much of a chance to win the game.
So hit the over. Hit the over, man. It's going 20 points. I'm expecting the Nuggets to score 20 points on the Jazz asses tonight because the Jazz don't want to win. And you just got done saying it right there. They are going to start pulling players if they think they even have a chance, which is bizarre. It's crazy, and that has to stop. That has to stop. And I know that they're talking through this and trying to figure out how they can stop these teams from wanting to just tank because everybody seems to be tanking. But, man, it should be a game where a laugher.
It should be a laugher.
It should be a laugher just like the Avs against Calgary. It's just laughing, enjoying it, getting ready for that next game.
Well, last night, without lifting a finger, the Denver Nuggets clinched a playoff spot. 8 consecutive years in the postseason. And I know that is like the literal floor of expectation, like for this team with this group. But there will come a day where the cycle just kind of, it goes. And the coin will flip.
Circle of life, right?
Yep.
Of sports life.
And there will come a time where Jokic is no longer in his prime. Or Jokic is no longer playing for the Nuggets and he's retired, and the Denver Nuggets will miss the playoffs at a certain point in time. It happens to every single organization. And so I just wanted to mention that, again, there will come a time. That time is not right now, and hopefully no time soon. But nearly a decade consecutively in the NBA playoffs, that's worth mentioning. Aaron Gordon is listed as probable tonight. All right? That's good. Spencer Jones has been ruled out.
Hamstring, man. You know that one's going to take some time.
I don't know when the next time we're going to see Spencer Jones. No Zeke Naji. We do have Cam Johnson going this evening, so that is good news after he left the game with back spasms. You know, he was trying to warm back up to re-enter the game, but because it was such a blowout on Sunday night, he didn't bother. So, but that's still good news to see that even one game after having to leave the game, he'll be back in there. So I'm really looking forward to this tonight. The Nuggets have an opportunity, win their 7th straight, matching a season high, match the franchise record for the most road wins in the history of the team, and we'll kind of talk about the dynamics throughout the afternoon in previewing that game. Okay, something just happened in Denver sports that was not on our bingo card, and it's no April Fools. It just went down. Details next.
All season, we've assumed that Jared Bednar might be gone if the Avalanche didn't win the Stanley Cup. But now there are reports that he will get a contract extension as long as Colorado gets out of the first round.
Please don't tell me expectations are lower. A report is a report is a report. But I just don't like the idea of short of a first-round exit, he's good. Are we sure?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So, even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code THRIVE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code THRIVE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's THRIVE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there who may be feeling tired. You're dragging through the day. You're not sleeping well. Your workouts aren't producing results the same way that they used to. You know, a lot of guys chalk it up to just getting older. But for a lot of guys, those are classic symptoms of low testosterone, all right? Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they're experts in low T. All right, they've treated tens of thousands of men across this great state, and they're going even further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more, all designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. Guys, finding out is simple. Go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com and take the low T quiz. It takes 2 minutes or less. But from there, you can schedule your consult. They'll draw your blood. They'll have the results within 30 minutes. All right? The appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of that appointment, your visit is free. So call them at 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends at windownation.com. Listen, in Colorado, we get different types of weather all the time. So whether your cold air is escaping or your warm air is escaping, your windows are likely to blame. And getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. And during the more you buy, the more you save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0 interest for 5 years. During these uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This wasn't how Patrick pictured himself in retirement. Instead of playing golf every day, he could barely walk because of his severe knee pain.
It hampered everything because it hurt to walk around the golf course. It hurt to swing, just pretty much hurt doing anything.
But the groundbreaking regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics changed everything for Patrick. QC Kinetics uses your body's own healing properties to help repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime.
The turnaround's been amazing from where I was to where I am now. I've gone from a 15 handicap down to a 7 handicap. That's because my knees allow me to play golf like I haven't been able to play probably in 15 years.
Don't let joint pain keep you from doing what you love. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie deals. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, reacting in real time.
This is not a drill, right, Z?
This is not a drill. Man, did not have this on my bingo card. The Colorado Rockies just went into Toronto and took 2 of 3 from the reigning and defending champions of the American League.
Say it again. Say it again.
Are you kidding me? A 2-1 victory in Toronto against the reigning and defending champs of the American League. They just represented the AL in the World Series a year ago, or a season ago, rather. And they just lost in extra innings 2-1. So the Colorado Rockies, the plucky Colorado Rockies.
Go. I love it. I love it.
After winning the first game of the series 14-5, they lose yesterday. But taking 2 of 3 against Toronto is something that I promise no one in the sport saw coming.
Man, Z, it's just fun to watch right now. They're being very competitive. Isn't that what we talked about? Be competent, be competitive.
Yep.
You know, put the ball in play as much as possible, and that's exactly what the Rockies are doing now. Can you sustain it? We're fixing to find out, but today was a big day for the Rockies because I still believe they can find a way to become 500 at some point here in April. It's not April Fools. I'm not joking. Now, as time goes on, we'll have that conversation. But as of right now, they're playing good baseball, man. The rotation's looking good. At times, the bullpen looks really good, and then it's shaky. But, man, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and, well, they held up their end of the bargain today. And you know, in totality, the entire pitching staff did. Kyle Freeland was fantastic. He's the first Rockies pitcher this season to go 5 innings. They were the last team in the sport, go figure, to have a starting pitcher
a slow start.
Go 5. He only gave up 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. We know Kyle Freeland's not a strikeout pitcher. He's a contact guy. But by the way, so I got to tell you, just like anecdotally, I watched most of this game. It was the middle of the day, and I was so interested for the first time in a long time. Right, that I let a day game
consume your time.
Yeah, like
because I know you do a lot of prep before.
Yes.
You're putting up the rundown and stuff, and you're watching this game, obviously.
Yeah, and so my plan is to always get the rundown done right around 11 o'clock. That's the plan. It doesn't always happen like that. So
I'm sitting there waiting sometimes.
So so you get a chance to survey it, like get the lay of it and all that stuff. So it timed out where the Rockies game was going to start right after I was going to be done finishing a work in the morning, and man, this did kind of consume me, if I were to take that phrase. And I never took my attention off it. I took my eyes off of it a handful of times throughout the afternoon. But I got to tell you, man, like my rhythm, I come in, I listen to Dover and Cecil on my way in. Dude, I had the MLB app up today. It wasn't the safest thing in the world, and I was being a good driver. But I had that thing on, like keeping an eye on the game. I can't remember the last time that I was this interested in the Rockies. Will that be the case 2 months from now? I don't know. But for right now, taking 2 of 3 from Toronto, in Toronto, where in the history of the Rockies, they had won 1 total game. They came into this series 1-11 all time in Toronto. So they won more games in the last 3 days up in Canada than they had in the history of the franchise.
And you know what? And going back and breaking the game down, because we're not going to break this game down all day long, but there were strategic moves throughout the game, especially at the end there, which helped the Rockies end up winning that game, that's what you're looking for. You're looking to find ways to win the games. Find ways to be creative enough to come out on top and win a series, and that's exactly what the Rockies just did.
Man, kudos. The fighting rocks. The fighting rocks. And at the end of it, so let me just tell you how this finished up. Jimmy Herget, all right, was on the mound, 32-year-old veteran right-handed, relief pitcher. and the Blue Jays had a man on third. Well, who comes to the plate? It's one of the baddest dudes walking planet Earth.
Big Bad Wolf.
It's Vlad Guerrero Jr., and grew up watching his dad. And the fact that they pitched to him, there would be a lot of baseball minds out there that would just say, walk Vlad Guerrero Jr., put him on first base, pitch to the next guy. And they decided, Warren Schaefer decided that Jimmy Herget was going to pitch to Vlad Guerrero Jr., and it paid off. He flied out, and the Rockies win.
Come on, man. This is what you love to see. Like building the foundation, letting everybody know Schaefer, that was a strategic move. Like we said, like, hey, look, we're going to find a way to win this game. You cannot be afraid of these moments. And then you go out there and you win it. You still won, right? That's what we're going to call it. You steal a series from the Blue Jays, which is fun. It's like, hey, now we have something to talk about. Z, I want to talk about the Rockies as much as possible, man. Just like because this is a baseball state, and it's fun to talk about them when they're relevant. So they have to keep doing this thing. I understand that they may not win 70 games, but be competent, be competitive, and show those flashes from these young guys.
Well, I love to see it, man. I'm fired up. And I got to tell you, like, I'm leaving the house today, and I have my clothes laid out on my bed for when I get out of the shower. And
you usually do that the night before, huh?
And not the night before, no.
You're like, man, let me lay this out.
No, like 10 minutes before I leave, I'm like, okay, what am I going to dress in today? And I had this white built hoodie laid out. And I get out of the shower, and I'm keep watching the game. I'm like, no. Where's my Rockies stuff? And so I put on a hoodie, I put on my Rockies hat, and I walked out the door. And it feels good. Again, is this sustainable? I don't know. I really don't know.
See where our feet are right now.
But here's what I'll tell you. Do you know when the last season, when the Rockies won their first road series? Their first road series. Or no, excuse me, just series.
So it's not road, just any series.
Not even just a road series. It wasn't until June.
Wow. I was going to say...
June. That was when they won.
I would have said like May maybe, but June?
Drew, can you take a peek? Were they on the road in that series that they won?
They were. It was a 3-game set in Miami, June 2nd through the 4th. They won all 3 games, 6-4, 3-2, 3-2.
So they swept.
To win their first series of the season.
So think about that.
That's crazy.
This team didn't win their first series until June, and this year they win their first series on their second crack at it. And their first series, they lose each game by a single run. So this team, hey, at least right now, things could change. Right? Historically, they talk about this June swoon where the bottom falls out and the Rockies go in the tank. Okay, maybe that'll happen. It's probably likely to happen. But for right now, what you just said a handful of minutes ago, be where your feet are.
Be where your feet are.
I don't know, man. I'm watching a competitive baseball team. I've had eyes on this team. I'm watching a competitive product from a pitching standpoint, from a hitting standpoint. Now, let me just get out ahead of this because this is going to continue to be a theme. They take way too many strikeouts. And they swing at
they're aggressive.
Too many balls. Yeah,
they're aggressive.
They're hyper aggressive.
Yeah,
they're already leading. Before today, they're leading Major League Baseball already in swings at balls.
They struck out 17 times today, Z.
17. That's extreme. Like that's insane. But they still won. And so, but that's a big picture theme that goes beyond this one game or one series. The strikeout count. Because this team for 3 straight years has either led the majors or is second to last in leading the majors in the wrong kind of category in strikeouts and swings outside of the strike zone. 40% coming into today swings outside of the strike zone. So they have to get that figured out. But even despite 17 strikeouts, they get the W.
Wins a win, good defense. Ezekiel Tovar, man, fun to watch.
Holy smokes.
Fun to watch. Did you see it?
Did you see that play?
Oh, yeah.
It was the 8th or the 9th. Was it the 8th? I think it was. Yeah. Well, and by the way, he had just struck out with a man on base.
He did.
And like baseball people will say, like, you don't drag your bat to play defense in terms of like you're moping that you things didn't work out for you offensively, and then it bleeds into your defense. He had just I'm gonna say let the team down. It's gonna happen. But like he had just cost the team offensively and goes out and makes the play of the day defensively. and the fluid motion, the slide. I mean, he's got this
He's done
uniqueness.
that already a couple times.
He has.
Where it's
He
just
has.
like it's second nature to him. It's just so smooth, and it's fun to watch the man when he's healthy. He has to sustain it, stay healthy. That's the biggest thing with him. Stay healthy, keep doing your thing. But, man, that was fun to watch. And actually, I was watching it with old Drew and Will Peterson. And Will and Drew were upset at that moment because of what Tovar did with striking out.
Yep.
But then he, found a way on defense to make up for it.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome. And the biggest hit of the day, the biggest hit came from Troy Johnston. RBI double at the top of the 8th inning to put a run on the board. Stress Toronto a little bit down the left field line. It was awesome.
2 for 4 today, hitting 33 on the season, man.
What you said? 333?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I mean,
333.
Hey, there's some storylines to watch here. Okay. Hey, real quick before we move on, and that's the same question. Will the Rockies be at 500 this season at any point? Phil?
Yes. They're going to do it here in April.
Dante, yesterday and the day before, the answer was no. Do you think the Rockies touch 500 at any point the rest of the season?
I'm changing my mind. I think they do.
I said no yesterday. Changing my mind as well. New information can create a new opinion. Drew, you said yesterday yes, correct?
I said if they won yesterday, then the answer would be yes. They did not win, but they came back and won today.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with yes. I think they're going to take 2 out of 3 from Philly this weekend.
Wow. All right, here we go, man. That's fun. Fun story. Okay, shifting gears. Nathan McKinnon will try to do something tonight he's only done one other time in his career. We'll talk about it next.
Denver, it's official. The Nuggets are playoff bound. For the 8th straight season, the Nuggets will chase gold in their quest for another championship. Now, as we wind down the regular season, who will their first round opponent be? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
This is Terry Wickstrom. I want to tell you about a financial product I personally really believe in. A home equity conversion mortgage from Mad River Mortgage, your reverse mortgage specialist. The HECM program's only requirements are to live in the home, do basic upkeep, pay property tax and homeowner's insurance. No monthly mortgage payment is required. For more information, contact my friend Mike Rabin at 303-396-2804 or go to madrivermortgage.com. NMLS 1504779.
The Big Tourney's full of bracket busters. But when it comes to your facility's electrical systems, surprises aren't exactly welcome. Piper Electric has spent more than 40 years powering complex commercial and industrial projects, from large-scale power distribution to ground-up infrastructure, fire alarm systems, and preventative maintenance. Their licensed electricians can reduce costly downtime and keep projects running smoothly. Starting a new project? Include Piper Electric in your bidding process and see how experience can save you money. Visit piperelectric.com.
You've been on a roller coaster. The past year dished up a healthy portion of physical and emotional stress. But now, you have the chance to renew, to restore. My name is Glenn Jameron. I'm chairman of Alpine Bank, member FDIC. We pledge to do everything we can to give you peace of mind. We begin by treating you with courtesy. We genuinely want to listen to you and understand what's important in your life. Beyond the products and services you wish, you'll feel relaxed, almost like your mind has become quiet. You may discover your blood pressure suddenly lowers and your heart rate drops. Peace of mind is our commitment to you. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
303 Law 4040. Want to share one of the best compliments we've ever received. Had a listener call in to 303 Law 4040. His name was Peter. His wife was viciously attacked in a dog bite incident. So we set up a time to have him come in, and I met with him at length while his wife was recovering at the hospital. A couple days later, my wife recognized the number. She had spoken to Peter before. So when the phone call came in, she said, Peter! It was actually Peter's wife. She said, how did you know? She said, well, we love our clients. She was just surprised that we recognized the number. We had her come in, we met with her, and she says, I feel like we're your only clients. It's really awesome. We're not your only clients, are we? No, they're not our only clients, but what a compliment that our clients feel valued and that we treat them with such a high level of service. If you ever need us, that's the type of service you will get too. It's Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it.
As temperatures rise, the last thing you want is an air conditioner that can't keep up. That's where Day and Night Mechanical Solutions of Denver comes in. They specialize in repairing and installing all types of heating and cooling systems, keeping your home comfortable no matter the season. From quick repairs to full system replacements, their expert technicians get the job done right the first time. Call Day and Night Mechanical Solutions or visit dnmech.com to schedule your service or free estimate. Day and Night Mechanical Solutions. Heating and cooling you can count on day and night.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 1043 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
All right, Nathan McKinnon is going to try to do something tonight that he's only done one other time in his illustrious career.
Try? My man's doing it tonight.
We'll talk about it here.
Thing tonight.
We'll get to it in about 10 seconds. But first, come join Denver Sports 1043 The Fan for our home opener party Friday, April 3rd at the Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Dover and Cecil will be broadcasting live from the patio from 10 to 2 p.m., followed by The Drive from 2 to 6 p.m. Thirsty Lion will be registering people to win a $250 gift card. So if you're looking for somewhere to go before or after the game, come hang with us at the Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. All right, Nathan McKinnon's going to try to do something that he's only done one other time. What could this be? Nate is sitting on 49 goals, looking for that elusive number 50 for just the second time in his Hall of Fame career. And it is shaping up to be exactly that, a Hall of Fame career.
No doubt.
He did it in the 23-24 season, and like you, I think he's going to get there tonight.
Yeah, he's going to get there tonight, whether it's on a power play, which, by the way, I'm going to call my shot right now. And I wasn't right last time I called my shot, and it was when Halibut was in town, and I said that he was going to get pulled. He didn't get pulled.
That was a bold prediction. I said that in the moment. I'm like, that's pretty specific and bold, Phil. But you're like, no, it's going to happen. I'm like, all right.
This one's bold, but it's Nate Dogg, and Nate Dogg's used to scoring goals. All right, I have Nathan McKinnon scoring his 50th goal in a power play, left circle. He's done that numerous times, so that shouldn't be a bold prediction.
No.
So it happens tonight, man, and we all go crazy, ballistic, and maybe that solidifies. If not, he's already probably has it solidified the Hart Trophy. All right, scoring those goals, it's all about stats now. I'm over here stuttering. Statistically, all right, just keep on pouring it on if you're Nate Dogg, and you're going to win that Hart Trophy.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Dante, do you mind just pulling up the odds for the Hart Trophy here, and maybe we can try to guess when you have them ready. But yeah, I agree. He's going to win the Hart Trophy. He was minus money the last time we checked it. It was about 2 weeks ago. I'm curious if you can still even bet it. Kale is going to be okay. We have multiple reports after he got banged up in that second period on Monday night, and it's going to be okay. They are letting him sort of just rest, get back to 100% health.
Take a deep breath.
Before the playoffs. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal, given that he did finish the second period on Monday night. But you get that confirmation news. That's great.
Well, I'm starting to listen to you a lot more. You said it with Jokic. You said, hey, it's not a big deal with Jokic. I wasn't panicking. I didn't think Jokic blew his knee out. And you know what? Sure enough, Jokic was okay. It was a bone bruise. Now you have Kale, and you're saying he's going to be okay, Z.
He's going to be fine.
And he's going to be fine.
If the playoffs started tonight, he'd be playing, dude.
Hey, they're going to shoot his shoulder up. All right, put some dirt on it, rub some dirt on that thing, and go out there and be that hockey player, because we all know hockey players are the second toughest players out there. Goes football players and then hockey players.
I'm not even going to disagree with that. Honestly, I put a hockey player side by side with football players.
Yeah, honestly, Z,
I really do.
I like to mess around, but they might be up top. They might be number one because, come on, man, they're losing teeth. They usually don't have a shield right there in their face. We at least have a face mask if you're a football player. I mean, it's a puck. Man, look what happened where, he had Kale eliminating Landy, and Landy's nut got all smashed up, and he had to get surgery on it. Man, who is coming back from that 2 weeks later? Tell me. It's crazy.
They are tough as nails. And I remember after they won the cup, all the guys came out with their injuries that they wouldn't talk about. And, I mean, just one, Landeskog was literally playing on one leg. Val Nichushkin's foot, I remember he posted a picture on the Instagram, and I mean, his entire foot was purple. I mean, it was just those guys are tougher than a $2 steak. Dante, you have the odds for the Hart Trophy right now. Let's guess. There's what is there? 9 games left in the season.
9.
That's not enough. I'm going to say it's extreme. I'm going to say it's minus 500. You have to bet $500 to win 100 at this point.
Ooh, I'm going to go minus 425.
Okay. D, what is it?
You guys are both way off. McKinnon minus 115. So basically a pick 'em.
No way. Really?
Yep.
Who's behind it?
Kucherov.
Nikita Kucherov. Is he? What's his number?
Plus 135, and then McDavid after that at plus 600, and then it gets really big. Celebrini 2,200, and Zach Werenski was at 30,000. Plus 30,000.
Okay, so really it's a two-man race here with single-digit games left between Nate Dogg and Nikita Kucherov. The tiebreaker should go to the best team in the entire sport.
You would think. I mean, what more does Nate Dogg have to do?
Time out here. A year ago, people were saying SGA didn't deserve the MVP, and the tiebreaker to me was he's on a 70-win team, and that was an issue. And now you're saying the tiebreaker goes to the best team?
I wasn't pushing SGA's head down last year for MVP. Like, I was actually trying to tell his story. I'm not an SGA hater at all. Like, this guy. Hold on, we're getting sidetracked.
Look at you.
Hold on. Nikita Kucherov has 1 more point than Nathan McKinnon. 1. Nathan McKinnon, when it comes to goals, has 9 more goals. The way that assists work in hockey, where multiple guys can end up with an assist on any given goal, like that 9-goal difference is not even close to the difference of Kucherov having 1 more point. And then you mix in that this is from a and I'll get their record here in a second. And the Lightning are good. I mean, the Lightning have 98 points.
No, they're solid. But you just got done saying it right there. Goals, I feel outweigh assist. And no disrespect, because nobody is discrediting a sexy assist. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
But the goals, that matters. And I think this is why he's going to run away. Nathan McKinnon, that is going to run away with it. And he's going to win the Hart Trophy.
I can't believe it's that tight. I got to be honest with you.
You know what it is, though? It's because Kucherov kind of has gone on a heater over the last month. Like, he's made this a race. Like, before it was just McKinnon and McDavid. And then, as usual, Kucherov starts racking up the power play points, which he's doing this year. He's got 36 of his points on the power play.
Wow.
Nate's got 29 on the power play.
Okay.
So the Avs' lack of power play success is actually hurting Nate in more ways than one, and it's helping Kucherov in a big way, which it generally does because he is a big-time power play asset.
Well, things have really flipped in that department here in Colorado in terms of the power play. The Avs, the 3rd best power play in the month of March, 15 power play goals in the month of March. I mentioned this yesterday. More power play goals in the month of March than December, January, and February combined.
They're on a heater. The Avs as a whole are on a heater. They're starting to find their rhythm. And you know what? I feel good about my shot calling. Nate Dogg is scoring his 50th goal today on a power play.
Well, he just had one on Monday night, from his spot there on the left side.
His home.
And then, by the way, the Stars, they lost again, and now the Avs magic number for the Central Division is down to 6 points. All right, and if they win tonight against Vancouver, who is B-A-D bad, they can clinch on Saturday in Dallas to make it even more poetic. If they have the same approach against Vancouver that they had against Calgary, they're going to demolish Vancouver this evening.
Hit the over, Z. Hit the over.
All right, we will see how that all shakes out later this evening. Sean Payton made an interesting comment about Bo Nix and his right-hand man I want to talk about. And what trap did the Broncos avoid that Sean Payton believes 2/3 of the NFL fall into? That's next.
Baseball is back, and Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is leading off the season in style. Join us Friday, April 3rd for our home opener party at Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Dover and Cecil will get the party started live from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the Tribe will come out of the bullpen to close things out from 2 to 6.
How about that?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill? Or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Introducing Mine to Shine, the world's most personal diamond. Here's Shayna and Dylan Williams.
Come experience the most revolutionary and transparent way to buy a diamond.
Mine to Shine by Kwiat and Williams Jewelers. The natural diamonds cut, polished, and designed just for you.
First, we'll help you select a natural, conflict-free, and ethically mined diamond.
Then you select one of Kwiat's legendary shapes. Kwiat cushion, oval, radiant, emerald, or incredible Ashoka.
A wider, brighter, and larger looking diamond, cut to the world's highest standards.
Then trace the journey from rough stone to polished perfection by Kwiat's master cutters.
Perfectly cut for maximum brilliance. Simply brilliant.
Mine to Shine, the world's most personal diamond.
Only from Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, Colorado's exclusive Kwiat jeweler.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life. The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers 11747 West Ken Carl Avenue in Littleton, now until 4 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to tonight's Avs game and sample Gatorade's lower sugar line. Don't miss it.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role?
Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn competitive pay for the ride you complete, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 15 years old, a clean driving record, and caregiving experience with children, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text CAR to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text CAR to 323232 right now. Text CAR to 323232 and start earning boosted rates per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's CAR to 323232. Text CAR to 323232 now.
Cecil Lammy here for Window Nation. Spring is a great time to open your windows and wait a second, what? Windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting? Again? Getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0 interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
One hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Really fun hour talking Nuggets. And we covered a lot of ground there.
We did.
Covered Nuggets, talked the Rockies upsetting Toronto in Toronto. Their first ever series win.
Win that series, man.
Up in Toronto, their first series win of the year.
Ever since you started wearing Rockies gear again, rocking the Rockies gear again,
yeah.
Good things have been happening.
Yeah.
Now, it hasn't always, led to wins, but they're competitive. They're competent.
Yeah, and honestly, through the first week of the season, that is what we're looking at. We're looking at a competent baseball operation. They're 2-4, and 3 of the 4 losses are literally by 1 run. And you go on the road and you take 2 or 3 from the reigning AL champs that were just in the World Series a year ago. That was not supposed to happen.
So now you get, a day off tomorrow and then the home opener.
Yes.
That's going to be a fun one.
I cannot wait.
Look at you.
I'm rubbing my hands together. I will be in the Biggity building on Friday. If you see me, say what's up. Looking forward to it. Haven't done this in a couple years. I used to do it, every year because of the shift.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the shift. My shift, went to 3:00, and so I was there. But not so much anymore. But this year, I am making an exception.
Then you said, screw Phil. Say, hey, dude, I got to go. I got to get back to what I do best, being in the Biggity building.
Yes.
All right, I got you.
I got to do what I do best. Party my ass off.
Party like a rock star.
Oh my gosh, it will be a trip. Opening day is a one of one. So yeah, Rocks, a really good start, and then we talked Avs. So covered a lot of ground there. Turn the page. I want to talk Broncos here. We heard from Sean Payton for really one of the only times that we're going to hear him this offseason, barring him like going on a podcast or something like that, which could definitely happen.
It could. I don't expect it to happen because he's been on his best behavior, man. I don't think you're going to see him in the limelight this year. I think for Sean, he has other things in plan, right? His plans are just to win, stay out of the limelight, stay quiet as much as possible, and let the players do the talking.
Well, there was did you see the video going around? Jay Glazer?
Yeah.
So Jay Glazer from Fox, he's out at the league meetings down in Phoenix.
Good dude. He'll get you riled up too, Z. My man's a party animal.
Is he?
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
I got to meet him and party with him like a rock star.
He is a unique personality. He's got a great relationship with Sean.
Yep.
And so Glazer was like, I'm here at the league meetings. Like, look, it's like a who's who. It's sort of like, look at where I am. You know what I mean? Look at all these guys. And it really was cool to see all these, these head coaches, these general managers, and they're all hanging out in this pool area.
This mingling.
And everyone's hanging out. And then He's walking by, and you see Sean drinking his hand, holding court with 8, 9 guys, listening to him tell a story.
He's telling a story
about
man.
Jason Sehorn or someone, Drew Brees or whatever.
Oh man!
And it was just like, yep, that's Sean.
Tell him about Bo and telling him what he said to him. I told him, man, he better back off me. Having a good time. And what's funny is you look around at all the coaches talking with each other, laughing. And it's still a brotherhood.
Sure.
It's a brotherhood even for the coaches. And a lot of these coaches work together. All right, coming from the same coaching tree, a lot of them, and understanding what needs to be done. And a lot of them were offensive coordinators and learning from each other. So it's always fun to see the coaches get back together and just have a good time, because usually you see them on the other side of the field, one on this field, the other one on the other sideline, and they're mad at each other. Not this time. They had drinks in their hands, and they were just spilling the tea.
Yep. So kind of fun. But by the way, so you see this is the time of year that they do the head coaching picture.
Yeah. Yes.
And then they do the general manager picture, and it really does. You look at this picture, and it's like, man, what an exclusive fraternity. There's only 32 of these, and there's only 32 GMs. That's like the size of a classroom, around the size that I grew up in. But there was one guy missing from the coach's photo. Did you see this? Did you guys see this?
Guy.
Dante saw it? Yeah, there's one coach missing from the photo. It was Todd Monken, who is now the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. The single most Cleveland Browns thing of all time is the head coach missing the photo because he is getting his hair cut for the photo. You can't make it up. You can't fix stupid. It's not an accident that these things happen to these bad organizations like Cleveland.
Oh, man.
How hilarious is that?
Yeah, well, they should have. It's a fraternity. They should have stopped and say, hey, man, we're missing a guy.
That is so funny. Who is it? Oh, the
Browns?
Todd? No.
Yeah.
Go ahead and snap that photo. So anyway, Sean Payton, we got to hear from him this week, and he spoke about what changes for Bo Nix and Davis Webb now that Webb is in that new role. Listen to the head coach.
Well, I think it changes for Davis and Bo a little. Bo's in there with Logan Kilgore now, and Logan will be his warm fuzzy. And now Davis and myself will be like, hey, what do you, I think they have a great relationship. There's a cohesiveness in general with our sides of the ball, and so I'll still be working in every of the offensive meetings, and so I just think that it's I'm glad we have Davis coming back, and I think that that experience will only help us.
All right, interesting comment there, especially in the first portion of it, where he says, and this speaks to, I think, the sometimes jab for jab, not too serious, but sometimes combative relationship between Bo Nix and Sean Payton.
Oh yeah, man. He's jabbing at Bo. He's trying to have fun with it, but he's also being serious, saying, hey, look, you don't got your guy anymore.
Yeah, he's referencing something in reality.
Exactly. Something that happened in the facility, in that building at a time. Or maybe it's like he's always went to bat for you. All right, for example, Bo's yelling at Sean Payton on the sideline his rookie year. Well, guess what? Davis Webb was backing up Bo.
Correct.
Now, Bo Nix is going to be yelling at Davis Webb. Why? Because he's the one calling plays. And Davis may not always agree with what Bo does, or maybe changes a play and says, hey, look, that's not what I want. And now you're not running to Davis Webb to help you out. Now you're running to a different quarterback coach who's your warm and fuzzy. The guy that you're going to relate to, a guy that you can lean on because he's around you more than Davis Webb will be now.
Man, it's I want to see the look on Bo Nix's face when Sean said that.
Bo probably just winks at him. Don't worry. It's always going to be warm and fuzzy with me and Davis.
Kilgore, he's his new warm and fuzzy. And it's just, man, Sean is just a unique dude, man. He is just a unique dude. And but he is pointing to a dynamic, and you would know this a lot better than I do. When you're the positional coach, it's like you can often be, not always, but often be like the good cop kind of, right?
Well, you're just focusing on your guys. All right, for me, it was Curtis Markins, the running back coach. He didn't necessarily care about the plays being called. That's not his duty. That's not his job. His job is to make sure we know what's going on, but also to have our back when somebody wants to throw us under the bus. Because there was a lot of times he would come to a meeting room and say, hey, man, I had a fight for you guys. I had a fight because they blamed you guys for a blocking error when it really wasn't you. You know, and so like you're like that positional coach is your best friend. He's the guy that you lean on when you're having hard times usually. And so that was Davis Webb. When Bo didn't like something, he would go to Davis Webb.
Sure.
They would probably talk back and forth, come up with ideas, because that's the guy you're around all the time. But now Davis Webb is not in that room no more. Davis Webb's the one calling plays, which, by the way, when you're an offensive coordinator, Z, it's not just about the quarterback you're worried about. You're worried about all 11 guys on that football field, and then you're worried about making sure everybody gets involved. Because if one person who thinks he should get involved more is not getting involved, he's walking up to your office and he's mad at you. Talking about, Coach, what's going on with me? Why am I not the one getting the ball? Why are you not feeding me? So there's a lot on Davis Webb's plate as a young play caller that he's going to have to try to find a way to ease everybody's tension and try to get this ball around to everybody, that he's not going to be worrying about, Bo Nix.
Right.
He got 11 mouths he has to feed.
Yeah, and with a shift in role and step up, it's dynamics just change, right? And that's not just football. That's life too. So here's a little bit more from Sean in the confidence that he has in promoting Webb.
He's played quarterback. He was in our training camp in New Orleans. I'm kind of giving you his background. But I think he's clearly one of those guys that has demonstrated that maturity that you look for a coach that goes into an advanced position. It starts with, can you promote from within? And I think it's something that's well-deserved. I mean, he's earned it.
He's earned it. It's well-deserved, promoting from within. But Sean is one to say, and he said it just yesterday, and he said it 100 times since he's been here. He's got a handful of phrases, but one that probably gets said the most is confidence is born from demonstrated ability.
Yes.
You can't be confident doing something that you've never done at a high level before. And now I've talked about that, like, putting the shoe on the other foot with Sean. It's like you were so confident about drafting Bo Nix to the point where you were saying, we're glad that we're going to be better at this than everyone else, when you've never drafted a quarterback in the first round and developed him.
That's just believing in yourself.
No doubt. And honestly, I want to ask him about that, because it really does fly in the face of his edict that he repeats over and over, the Parcellian quote.
Yeah.
Confidence is born from demonstrated ability.
Well, you'll have your shot, man. Do it early, though. We know how Sean can get as camp goes on. He gets grouchy like the Grinch. So do it early, Z, if you're going to ask him that, and he'll be warm and fuzzy.
But, like, what made you so confident 2 years ago when you believe you can only get that confidence from doing it and you had never done it? What's the source of that? But I brought that up because, he's confident in handing the reins over to Davis Webb, but Davis Webb has never demonstrated the ability to do the thing that you're asking him to do, that you have confidence in him to do.
Well, it's because he's still overseeing everything. Because for Sean, it's like, hey, look, I'm giving you the opportunity, the ability to step up in this game and show the world, show all of us that you can do this at a high level, and maybe this catapults you into a head coaching job next year. But I also know that my hand's still going to be on that steering wheel, that if things go wrong, I'm taking control of it because I can't go down with you. So that you're going to be a little bit more confident, Z, when you know that you still have the final say on what's going to be called before the game starts. Or maybe you get in his head, the headphones, and say, hey, look, Dave, like, let's do a pass play. You may not tell him the play that you want, but, like, let's do a pass play or a run. I want to throw it here. Yes. So when you know that you still have that control and you can take the play calling duties away because you're the head coach and that's your identity anyway, I think you have more confidence in you're not as concerned because there's a plan B for yourself.
All right, here's a little bit more from Sean Payton. What to expect from Bo Nix in year number 3 in terms of his development?
Look, his job, and we say this all the time, is lead your team into the end zone, lead your team to wins. And so I think, man, we see him every day at the facility. He's ahead of schedule with his rehab. He likes being around football. And that draft and the significance of trying to get that right is like, holy cow, it's so important. And look, we'll be able to grade that whole class. I always say 3 years out. Well, we could begin to apply that. and then certainly 10 years out, you really know. But yeah, I think the tweaks, the changes, the additions, and then understanding the challenges ahead.
The tweaks, the changes, the additions, and it doesn't sound like, hearing from Sean and talking to someone else probably about 4 weeks ago, Bo is just here. Like, Bo is just at the facility.
He's a different type of guy. You know, we talk about being obsessed, right? Somebody that's there all the time. Nathan McKinnon, you told the story yesterday, Z. If you didn't hear the story, you need to hear it. Go back and listen to the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Podcast that we have, and maybe even talk about it later on today. But there's certain players, they're great for a reason because they're so obsessed. Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, Nathan McKinnon. And it seems like Bo Nix is the same way.
I agree.
Where he's always in the building. He's so serious and tightly wound. All right, he's watching film all the time. He's asking questions. He's in there rehabbing his ankle more than he probably should. All right, too much rehab's never good for you. Too much of anything's never good for you. And he wants to win. And that's one thing Bo Nix has done since he's got to the league. He's won a lot of football games, and he finds ways to finish football games. And so that's not going to stop because that's what's within him. Tangibles and intangibles. He has the tangibles, and he also has the intangibles to be a great quarterback in this league as long as he continues to grow, stays healthy, and continues to make those plays.
Yeah, and you're hearing from George Payton the day before and Sean Payton yesterday, Bo Nix is ahead of schedule. He is ahead of schedule. And look, you know the guy is grinding with the rehab. Greg Penner talked about him, attacking it the way that he did. He also, from what we understand, lives a super healthy lifestyle. This is not someone who's like a partier or that putting stuff in his body that could potentially slow down the rehab process
that we know
of. And so look, the Broncos found their guy.
And you know what, Z? One thing he's doing a great job of that I wish someone like Drew Lock would have when he was so young and immature at the time. Drew's changed, and I think he's gotten better and just mentally just more mature, having kids and everything else. But for Bo, he's always around his teammates. They're going to the Nuggets games together, and he was at the same Nuggets game as you, right? Yeah. He's not just inviting his wife or just a couple buddies that he's close with. He's inviting everybody, Pat Bryant being one of them. All right, Jalen Waddle, when he got into town, took him out to dinner. All right, it's things like that a quarterback takes initiative and says, this is what I want to do.
Yep.
Because this is my team. You have George Payton that joked around with Bo saying, hey, Bo thinks he's kind of like a general manager. And I'm not taking it word for word, but something like that.
Yeah.
That means that he's invested. That means he's around. He wants to know what's going on. He wants to know how these players are interacting with each other. He wants the players' numbers. He doesn't want to do what the Russell Wilson of the world wants to do. It's just like, hey, take my number down, but call my secretary before you get to me. That's crazy to even think.
It's psychotic, of course.
Bo's going to answer that phone.
Yeah.
Bo's going to answer that phone, and he's ready to go with his boys and just team bonding and working out on the side. And that's how you become a great quarterback in this league, but also this is how you win games, man.
Yeah, he's a good blend of CEO energy that we've talked about for really 2 years, but also blending it with being one of the guys. And we do see that, him being out and about and with the fellas. And I'm sure that will change some as, he does start to have kids. You see his wife put the little
videos out.
TikTok out there, them breaking the news to their friends. That was great. Because you said something a minute ago. You said, too much of anything isn't good. And I agree, of course. And that does relate to football as well. It's like, from what I gather, there are times, even already this offseason, where it's like, hey, go home.
Relax. Yeah.
Go home.
Go have fun. Go to your wife, and now you have kids. They matter as well. And, Z, there's times where, you're working on a project or something, and you're trying to find something that's wrong, and you keep going through, and you're like, man, I can't find out what's wrong. You take a couple days off, you come back to it, and it's right in front of your face. All right, that's exactly what this could be like for football, basketball, hockey, where you're so invested all the time that you start missing little things that's like, dude, take that step back.
Yes.
Come back and you're going to be a lot fresh. Your mind's going to be fresh and relaxed, and you can just go about things differently.
It's so funny you say that because I've been talking with my wife about this with our 7-year-old, Owen. And we got him going with hockey last summer, right?
Yeah. You and Drew.
Yep. Drew's son is playing as well, and he plays a little bit more than Owen, I think. But we took, new sport started, and so some months went by, and then he got back on the ice, and we said he's, expect to be him on his butt again. It was the opposite. He looked better back there on his first time on the ice than he did his previously last time on the ice. Same thing with basketball. Basketball ended. I don't ever push him. I don't ever say, hey, let's go to the park. We're going to get some work in. Like, no. He's got to ask me. And if he asks me, then we'll go. And so he didn't touch a ball for a while. And then he picked it up, and he's doing stuff that he was not doing before. So for whatever reason, stepping away is oftentimes good.
It's healthy.
It is healthy. And I know I'm sharing anecdotes about a 7-year-old. We're talking about the Broncos quarterback here, but
hey man, you trying to build the next superstar.
No, I'm not. He's gonna have to. Anyone who makes it, they're intrinsically driven, and Bo is intrinsically driven. Yeah. It's from his inside. So here's Sean Payton. I said a handful of minutes ago that what trap did the Broncos avoid that Sean Payton believes 2/3 of the NFL fall into. This is Sean. He was asked, hey, are you good now? Like, are you good with the roster? And this was his response.
Well, I never feel good. I think we have the draft coming up. We're excited about that. The point is, though, you have to apply some patience and have a good plan. And we recognize where we're at. We understand exactly where we're at with Bo's contract, our team, and yet the mistake 2/3 of the teams make is trying to win the day, win the draft day, win the hiring cycle day, and win the free agency day. And we're interested in winning. And so that's why our fan base is extremely important to us, but we're going to do what we think is best for our team to be better when this puzzle is finished at the end of, call it, June.
Is one of my favorite responses of yesterday. And Sean, for as, sometimes he can be a little bit, reckless or unpredictable.
Yeah.
But there's real wisdom in that response that he just gave. That 2/3 of this league is trying to win the day, whether it's the draft day and get that draft grade, right? ESPN gave us an A. Sure, everything's going to work out great.
We're winning. We're a step ahead.
Winning the free agent day, winning the hiring cycle, and he said, we're just trying to win. I love that. That's kind of a bar.
Yeah, no, it is. And he's actually trying to take shots at the organizations that don't run their organization the right way. Or you look up and you wonder why you're losing so many games. Like, there's a way to go about your business. And it's not about, let's just win this and we're going to win the draft and we win a Super Bowl. It's building that foundation up, understanding what you believe in, having that identity, trusting your gut, and then you move from there. And it starts with, let's get a quarterback. How about that? Let's get a quarterback that we trust, that can make plays. 2-minute drill comes around and we feel good about it. All right, build up the quarterback, but also how about offensive line? How about that? Offensive line, build those trenches up. ZB, you love those trenches.
I do.
Build those trenches up. And then you start having fun. You start a la carte picking out the players that fit the system, that can help Bo Nix out, that can help this offensive line out. So there's a way that you go about business that can end up having you win a Super Bowl, and Sean's telling you that right now.
All right, I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, piece of news on the day that honestly, has a pep in my step, legitimately, in a way that I didn't quite see coming. The Colorado Rockies upsetting the Toronto Blue Jays and stealing the series from Toronto.
There we go.
For the first time in the history of the franchise. And the Rockies are 2-4, with 3 of the 4 losses coming by 1 run. Kyle Freeland was fantastic today. 5 innings pitched for the first time for a starter this season for the Rocks. They were the last team in Major League Baseball to have a starter go 5. That box was checked today. He allowed just 5 hits, 1 earned run, walked just 1, had a strikeout. Troy Johnson had the biggest knock of the game in the 8th inning down the left side, the left baseline, tying the game at 1. And, man, we just need something, some form of hope, something to hold on to. And so far, through the first week, They are giving us that.
Man, you know what, Z? Like, because they won, I'm happier. Like, truly. Like, and to be able to come in here and talk about the Colorado Rockies in a good way. Not laughing because they lost all their games and we're trying to poke fun of them. Like, no, it's like, hey, they're building a foundation, all right, and it's looking good. They're being competitive, all right, competent. And that's all you're looking for. Now, you see the flashes for someone like TJ Rumfield, who, by the way, had a crucial mistake last night. And then, this game we're able to win. So things like that is what you're looking for, man. And now you have the opening day or the home opener coming up Friday, man. So it gives you something to look forward to.
Well, and I'll say this too, and especially because the Rockies won, you can really tip your hat to them. The pitcher, Kevin Gausman, from Centennial, Colorado, he was brilliant today. And he played at Grandview High School right down the street here. And he's 35 years old, but he had a day. He fanned 10 Rockies, all right, 10 strikeouts for Gausman. And once upon a time, Greg Bird, and when I'm in New York, so this guy, Greg Bird, and he hasn't been in the majors for a couple of years, but you guys remember when Greg Bird came on the scene with the New York Yankees? I mean, he was hotter than fish grease. He hit 11 home runs in his first 20 games. And I'm living in upstate New York at the time doing this job. Greg Bird was the talk of the New York Yankees. Once upon a time, Kevin Gausman was pitching to Greg Bird at Grandview High School.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And at the time, Greg Bird was the biggest, he garnered a lot of the attention that Gausman didn't get at Grandview. And he was assumed to be the shooting star. And, since Greg Bird hasn't been able to, actually, he was with the Rockies in 2021 trying to revive his career. But it's Gausman who is still in the majors at 35 years old. But imagine that. Imagine being you're at Eagle Crest High School and you step in the batter's box and it's Kevin Gausman pitching to Greg Bird. That's insane. But Rockies get it done. 2-1 victory over the Toronto Blue Jays in a series win that no one saw coming. They did not win their first series last year until June, and here they do it this season in the first week of the year. So really good stuff.
And it's not April Fool's.
It's not April Fool's.
It's real.
It's real. All right, there's something historical that's been bubbling beneath the surface of the Denver Nuggets that no one saw coming. We'll get to it next.
With the idea that the Broncos fell short of their ultimate prize at running back in free agency, would it be in their best interest to still go out and find an insurance policy?
You tried for Breece Hall, he got franchise tag. It got to be too pricey for you. Your self-imposed budget prevented you from doing that. You're bringing back Dobbins. That makes sense as a third corresponding move. You brought back Dobbins after you struck out on Breece Hall and A-Chain. Good, you're bringing back Dobbins. I think that's a good move. Once those two other things didn't work out, you still need an insurance policy. And they will go get one. I know they will.
I'm about to file a claim.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Gold demand is skyrocketing to record highs. As more Americans rush to preserve their savings, will there be enough gold? I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe physical gold is the only way to truly protect your 401k or IRA savings. Gold offers tangible security that can't be tracked, stolen, or inflated. That's why I strongly advocate for gold IRAs. To learn more, text the word SECURE to 989898 now. Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold company I trust, and their thousands of great reviews prove I'm not alone. So don't wait another second. Protect your retirement savings today and see how easy it is to move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals. Text SECURE to the number 989898 for your free gold IRA info kit. Again, SECURE to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
Hi, Dan Cicchini with Dunright. Great pricing options and bank financing? You bet. Kitchens, baths, counters and floors, finished basements, windows and doors. Done right since 1985. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. Visit drhi.com. Thanks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. I've been around long enough to know the difference between tough talk and real quality, and that's why I trust Ravenna's Window Center of Littleton. Right now, get 25% off Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows. You'll also get 20% off at James Hardy Siding, engineered to resist hail, fire, moisture, even woodpeckers. Invest wisely with 12 months, no interest, and no payments. Schedule your free consultation at Ravenna's Window Center of Littleton today. Call them 303-794-0490 or visit them online at windowsforyourhome.com.
When a semi-truck hits you, it's not always just a fender bender. First, it's the missed work. Then the medical bills pile up. And these big rig companies can move fast with teams of lawyers, investigators, and denials. If you're not ready, you're already behind. At the Berg Simpson Law Firm, we've handled these cases for decades. So if you've been struck by an 18-wheeler, call us at Berg Simpson today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers 11747 West Ken Carl Avenue in Littleton now until 4 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to tonight's Avs game and sample Gatorade's lower sugar line. Don't miss it.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, the Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 Count on The Drive.
Let's come up the top rope with it! All righty.
So smooth like butter.
All right, there's something historical that's been bubbling beneath the surface of the Nuggets that no one could have seen coming before the season started. I brought this up last week. Tim Hardaway Jr. is now 6 threes away from tying Michael Porter Jr., 7 threes away from passing Michael Porter Jr. for the second most made threes in the history of any single season in franchise history.
We got 6 games left, correct?
Yes.
Including tonight.
So he's gonna shatter this thing.
Oh yeah, shoot or shoot. And one thing about Tim Hardaway Jr. is he is not afraid to shoot that damn ball.
No.
Now, MPJ, on the other hand, he would be hesitant at times. Not Tim Hardaway Jr. You put the ball in his hands, you're not getting it back. He shoot that damn thing.
Yeah, I just cannot imagine at the start of the season anyone thought that, and I was as bullish on Tim Hardaway Jr. as anyone that I had heard. No one, myself included, could have seen this conversation happening 5-6 months ago. This guy is on a vet minimum contract, all right? He has made 214 threes this season, all right? Now, Jamal Murray just passed MPJ last week. So unless, barring injury, knock on wood, the 2 single greatest three-point seasons in the history of the Nuggets will happen in the same season. One guy on a max contract and one guy on a vet minimum contract.
You see what happens, though, when you have your starting 5, and Jamal that's going crazy from the three-point line, but also a bench player like Tim Hardaway Jr. going crazy, you end up with the best offense in the league. That's what happens when you're able to have that scoring coming from the three-point line.
Totally.
And it's only going to help them out because that's their identity right now, offensively. All right, the Nuggets have to score a certain amount of points if they're going to stay up with somebody like the Thunder in the second round, if that's the case. Because defensively, I don't know, Z. I don't have confidence in the Denver Nuggets right now defensively, but offensively, they catch fire, man.
Yeah, they're one of the greatest offenses literally in NBA history. And by the way, so Tim Hardaway Jr. Would need to make 7 threes to break the record. 7 threes is insane, but it's not unthinkable when it comes to Tim Hardaway Jr. We saw Hardaway make 7 threes earlier or actually in March against the Toronto Raptors. We saw him make 8 threes in early March against the Oklahoma City Thunder. We saw him make 7 threes against Brooklyn at the end of January. We saw him make 7 threes in December against Dallas, and we saw him make 7 threes against Phoenix in September. So 5 different times. This is psychotic, but this is how you get it on a record book. 5 different games this year. Tim Hardaway Jr. has came off the bench and made 7 threes. That should be impossible, but seeing is believing.
Man,
so,
I can't wait to dive deep into this because he may end up being my X factor this year, man.
Sure.
Going into the playoffs.
Sure.
Maybe not. Maybe there's another guy that I think needs to have a great outing, right? Go out there and have a great showing in order for the Nuggets to win it all, man.
So we'll circle back to Nugs in just a little bit later in the show, but that is worth sharing. Tim Hardaway Jr. 6 threes away from tying the single season, second single highest mark in the history of the team. Hold on. There we go. All right, Luka Doncic scored 600 points in the month of March after dropping 42 last night. This was Doncic's 3rd straight 40-point game. He is one of 10 players to score 600 in a month, and he joins a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan as the only players to do it. In the month of March, Lakers went 15-2 over this stretch. Part of the reason why the Denver Nuggets are going to be more than likely on the outside looking in when it comes to a top 3 seed.
Yeah, all the Denver Nuggets had to do is handle business. Beat the Lakers. They couldn't do that. They let Luka have that game-winning shot in overtime, Z. Game-winning shot, man. And you know what?
By the way, that was his first game-winning shot in a Lakers uniform.
Was that?
Yes, it was against Denver.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Should have never said that. We could have used that as a trivia question.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's impressive, man. But I love what Luka is doing this year. I love that he's invested himself in just playing the game. He's slimmed down. He's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. One of the best in the world.
Here's what I'm afraid is going to happen here.
Uh-oh.
SGA is going to win MVP. Victor Wembanyama is going to finish second, and Luka is going to finish third. And Jokic is going to be outside of the top 3.
You think Jokic is going to be outside? Why do you say that, though? Because Jokic is starting to heat up.
I think that this level of offensive success for Luka is, look, it's not new. The guy's a great all-time offensive player, truly. Like, he is so unique in so many different ways. But he's doing it for the Lakers. He's doing it at this level for the first time with the Lakers. Jokic, it feels like the basketball community
has gotten numb.
The ones with the biggest microphones, anyway, have gotten a bit numb to it and desensitized to it. And I just saw someone the other day. I think it was no, it wasn't Perkins. I think it was Stephen A. Smith had that order: SGA, Wemby, followed by Luka with Jokic fourth. So I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but Luka's had a hell of a month. You got to give him his flowers. The dude is now, but he, like Jokic sometimes can be just too much. Man, the nonstop with the officiating, it's so annoying and unbecoming for a player of his stature. You're leading the league in free throws taken, and he's got an issue on every single possession.
Isn't he leading the league in ejections as well? My man's always getting ejected.
He's got
close to it.
He's got a bit of a problem. I think he's butting up against the technical amount before you get suspended for a game.
Yeah.
I think it's 17 technicals, I want to say, is the rule. If you get your 17th, you get suspended. So anyway, but a hell of a month, and he's certainly propelled the Lakers, and they are in the Nuggets' way in some ways in the Western Conference standings. All right, we're kicking out of the last lap of the 3 count here. We had a recent scare with 2 of the most important players in Denver sports. Who's more important to a championship? I'm going to bounce 2 names off you coming up next.
The countdown to the playoffs is on. 6 games left, and the spotlight is on Aaron Gordon. Soft tissue injuries, a year-long pattern, and a postseason that demands 2 months of non-stop intensity. Can he hold up when it matters most? That answer could define the entire playoff run.
The one that's got me worried is Aaron Gordon, because this is a pattern with him. The soft tissue injuries, it's what's really set him back the last year plus. And here we are 6 games before understanding that if this team is going to make a deep run in the playoffs, you're talking about a month and a half, 2 months of just really intense playoff basketball. I'm just really worried about this guy being able to hold up.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
There's nothing more meaningful you could do for yourself, your family, and friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. If you say yes to any of these questions, you are the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments help every single day. Do you have consistent joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or back? The pain keeps you from getting a good night's sleep. I'm missing work or saying no to activities that I enjoy. I don't want surgery and a long recovery. I'm at the end of my rope, taking medications every day to just get through. Moment of truth. Did you answer yes to more than one of those questions? Well, today could be your day to turn that corner and finally get relief. QC Kinetics treatments are easy. They're done right there in the office so you can go about your day. The consultation's free, so don't wait. Call today. 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. With locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs, it's QC Kinetics.
Jacob's Law and 303 Law 4040. I want to tell you about one of the cases I'm most proud of. And it's not because the number is eye-popping, although it is. It's because the clients trusted us to get them justice, and we delivered for them. Our clients were a wonderful couple, weren't looking to get rich. In fact, they kept saying, Dan, we're not looking to set any records here. But they were seriously injured, and despite promising to take care of them, when it came time to do the right thing, the insurance companies played hardball. We set it for trial and wound up getting $8.5 million. Plus, my lovely wife, Kimberly, was able to get all of their medical bills wiped out, putting hundreds of thousands of extra dollars in the clients' pockets. We were proud to help because our clients were good-hearted people who deserved justice. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we are here to help at 303-LAW-4040, where you always get to meet directly with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303-LAW-4040.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
Colorado, Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Guys, we've had the driest winter in decades, over 50 years in some areas, and that means a higher wildfire risk. Now's the time to protect your home. 5280 Exteriors installs fire-resistant, non-combustible, low-maintenance upgrades built to handle Colorado's extreme weather. Choose James Hardy siding, Timber Tech decking, and Pella Impervia fiberglass windows. Plus, get 60 months no-interest financing. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Men, we all know how important sex is in a relationship, both for you and your partner. But erectile dysfunction ruins sex, which can often have serious impacts on your relationship as well. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, you understand the impacts it has on you and the one you love. But I'm here to tell you that ED is a treatable condition, and almost without exception, you can have really good sex again. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men with protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, good sex will be the norm. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a level of intimacy for you and your partner that might just astound you both. It's time to have really good sex again, so call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn competitive pay for the ride you complete, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 15 years old, a clean driving record, and caregiving experience with children, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text CAR to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text CAR to 323232 right now. Text CAR to 323232 and start earning boosted rates per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's CAR to 323232. Text CAR to 323232 now.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 104.3 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, we recently had a bit of a scare, and one, I'm still kind of scared of.
You still shaking in your boots?
Not shaking in my boots, just like having my hands over my eyes, just like peeking through my fingers on what's next for Aaron Gordon.
AG.
Yeah, and not playing the other night with calf tightness. We've talked about the soft tissue stuff with Aaron Gordon for, about a year. And 3 hamstring pulls in 11 months is not good. It has derailed his season again. And
it's a trend too, right? Something that keeps popping up, soft tissue injury, like you said earlier, that seems to not want to go away for our boy AG, man.
No, and it's a second straight year of it. And I've said the stat because it deserves to be said. Aaron Gordon has not played in 16 straight games since the Denver Nuggets won the championship. That was years ago at this point. Years ago. And he only played in 32 games this year. That's it. So he has missed close to 50 games. Last year, Aaron Gordon played in 51 games. So, again, missed over 30 games a year ago. And so I'm nervous about this. Big picture, I am nervous. All right?
Yeah, because we all know, and we bring it up all the time, Z, you're not winning a championship without Aaron Gordon.
No.
You're not winning a championship without Jamal Murray or Jokic, any of them. They all have to. The Denver Nuggets, starting five. Now, you can put P. Watt in the starting five. I still have P. Watt in the starting five, but the starting five have to be healthy going into this, or there's no way in hell that they're going to go through this gauntlet and win the championship. It's just hard to do.
No,
it's hard to do.
Especially when he is arguably still your best defender. He's a top 2 defender, no matter how you slice it, and you have one of the league's worst defenses. Subtracting him from the equation would be it would just be a disaster. I doubt, if for some reason Aaron Gordon couldn't play in the first round, then Denver Nuggets, they probably wouldn't make it out of the first round. So that's just the reality of the situation. That's not fear-mongering. That's acknowledging the situation for what it is. And so we're going to be watching this super close. Have we seen if Aaron Gordon has been ruled out yet tonight? Is he still questionable? Okay, he's listed as probable, we think.
Which is a great sign then, right? If it's probable, that means he's probably going to play. It's better than questionable.
Yeah, and it's likely going to be, hey, go through your warm-up routine. Let's see how you feel. But I'm still kind of holding my breath. Now, the other night, on Monday night, Cale Makar takes a shot, and he doesn't come out of the locker room for the third period. Now, they're saying that it's not that serious, but he is expected to miss some games here starting tonight. Who do you think is more important to their team's title chances? Aaron Gordon or Cale Makar?
Z, this one's hard. This one's tough because, let's face it, both of them are important. Without any of these guys that we're getting ready to talk about, you're probably not winning a championship. Now, with that being said, I'm going to have to go with all hail Cale. Okay?
Is more important to the Avs for a championship.
Yes, but he's a two-way defenseman, man. He's the Jamal Murray to the Jokic, right? Batman and Robin, that's Cale for you. You need Cale, one, defensively, two, he brings that spark offensively. All right, power play. The power play unit has been getting better every single game. Why? Cale's part of that. So you need him. On top of that, all right, you're looking for a guy that can do it all. AG has done it all, truly. But also, there's times where AG's hasn't been available, and now you're having to lean on Payton Watson. All right, with Cale has been available this whole year other than this that just happened to him with his shoulder, which everybody is saying that we know is he's going to be just fine. They're going to probably shoot it up. If something is wrong, shoot it up. My man's going to be back out there. If you don't have Cale throughout this because of his defensive play and what he brings to the table and him being number 2 to Nathan McKinnon, you're probably not winning. And last time that someone like Cale had a bad showing was against the Dallas Stars. And when Cale didn't do well,
you're talking about the playoffs last year.
In the playoffs last year. So I'm going to go with Cale, Z. Cale is my guy. He's more important.
So I think Cale Makar's stature, and I don't think this, I know this. Cale Makar's stature within the NHL is much higher than Aaron Gordon's. Although Aaron Gordon is very highly thought of around the NBA and is, a top 40 player, call it, in the league, where someone like Cale Makar is a top 5 player in the league, I actually see it the other way. I think this, and look, you're probably right. Without either of these guys, the team's probably not going to win the championship. Probably. But I would say the Avs would have a better chance to win the Stanley Cup without Cale Makar than the Denver Nuggets would have without Aaron Gordon. And, the Avs are just such a juggernaut and are so well-rounded and so deep, it's possible, not likely, but possible, that they could still win the Stanley Cup without Cale Makar.
It's possible.
I do not think it's possible to win the NBA championship without Aaron Gordon.
See, but it may not be possible that they can win it even with Aaron Gordon this year.
It's true. We talked about it yesterday. ESPN's analytics give the Denver Nuggets a 3.5% chance to win the title.
Yeah, and that's how I think of it. It's look, Cale is the second best player on this team, hands down. Where AG, I don't know if he's number 3 right now, and I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful because we know how much he means to Denver and for the Denver Nuggets. But I would even say for the third best player, if he can stay healthy, I'm putting Payton Watson in there. I think he brings more to the table than AG because he's athletic, he's young, all right, and he's more of a not necessarily a sure thing, but I trust him more than AG because of his injury. With AG dealing right now with his injury.
So you trust Payton Watson more right now? So
because of the injuries.
Because of the injuries.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me put it in there with that and have that pushback if you want, man. But like AG is just like he's getting older. He's getting older.
He is.
All right, you're dealing with a calf tightness as of right now. What does that turn into? What it turned into last year was his hamstring. If AG gets in there and has a hamstring issue, you're going to have to rely on Payton Watson because he's the only one that does bring that defense to you. He's younger, brings that spark, and that's why I say that.
Well, Aaron Gordon, man, I'm like looking at when he came into the league, like 2014-15 is when AG came into the league.
Damn, it's been that long,
It's
huh?
a long time ago, man. It's like you're over a decade in. Like you're over 750 regular season games played. And yeah, the soft tissue stuff is just it's stacking up. But he's got to find a way. He and the team has got to find a way to get him healthy for these playoffs. It has to happen, or it's not going to happen. It has to happen, AG healthy, or it's not going to happen. The NBA championship, or even getting out of the second round. You know, that's the reality of the situation. All right, man, this conversation. Guess who's listed by some really smart people as the best place for LeBron James to finish his career. And there may be more smoke here in Denver than you realize. That's next.
Baseball is back. And Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is leading off the season in style. Join us Friday, April 3rd for our home opener party at Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Dover and Cecil will get the party started live from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the Tribe will come out of the bullpen to close things out from 2 to 6.
How about that?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Brendan Stokely from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. They conduct over 150 auctions every year, selling tens of thousands of items at the price you set. Auctions are held regularly for Colorado government agencies, and they always have big-ticket items at great prices. That's why I love Roller Auction. And almost all bidding is conducted online in real time, and it's open to the public. Anyone can participate. Check back regularly. New auctions are added weekly. Be the first to know about new auctions available for bidding when you sign up for email notifications. Go to rollerauction.com/thefan.
Tune in Tuesday afternoons for Injury Insights with Zach Bai and Dr. Joseph Ramos to hear the latest injury news on your local teams and around the world of sports. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers 11747 West Ken Carl Avenue in Littleton now until 4 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to tonight's Avs game and sample Gatorade's lower sugar line. Don't miss it.
The cost of living isn't just high, it's exhausting. If you've been leaning on credit cards lately just to cover the basics like groceries, gas, and utility bills, you're essentially paying a survival tax of 20% interest or more. Why keep handing your hard-earned paycheck to the big banks when you could keep it for your family? My friends at American Financing have a better way. They're helping homeowners tap into their equity to pay off high-interest debt with mortgage rates currently in the 5s. On average, American Financing is saving their customers $800 a month. That's nearly $10,000 a year back in your pocket. It's not just a loan, it's a total financial reset. There are no upfront fees and no obligation to talk to a salary-based mortgage consultant. Here's the kicker. Start today and you could even delay 2 mortgage payments. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Oil isn't the only resource hit hard by global events. American farmers are sounding the alarm by fertilizer prices at planting season. Will this disrupt our food supply? Raising prices? Cause shortages? I'm not waiting to find out, and neither should you. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com, get a 3-month emergency food supply. They'll include $200 worth of extra survival protein absolutely free. After serving more than 3 million American families since 2008, you can trust MyPatriotSupply.com. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Still haven't filed your taxes? Hey, you're not the only one. A lot of good people fall behind. But here's the thing. The longer you wait, the harder the IRS can hit back. Penalties stack up. Interest piles on. The letters get more aggressive. None of it magically disappears. It's why I always tell folks, call my friends at Advanced Tax Solutions. These are not generalists. They don't dabble in tax problems. They live in this world. Resolving IRS issues is all they do. Maybe you're 1 year behind. Maybe you're 10. Maybe you've got unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, or you're just losing sleep wondering what the IRS is going to do next. Their licensed tax professionals can step in fast, talk to the IRS for you, stop the stress, and start putting a real plan in place. And listen, waiting never makes it better. Every day you delay is another day the IRS gets to tighten the screws. One quick call to Advanced Tax Solutions, that could be the start of a quick resolution. So take control of your tax situation before the IRS does. Reach out to Advanced Tax Solutions today and breathe again.
Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver.
ESPN, and it was tag teamed by Dave McMenamin and Tim Bontemps.
Okay.
Two really bright guys.
Some dudes.
Going to tap into other really bright minds within the sport. And, you know, they frame it like, hey, we're going all around the country. We talk to coaching staffs, general managers every single night. And one of the biggest questions that is facing the NBA, just from a storyline standpoint, number one is, I would say, Giannis Antetokounmpo. What's next with the Greek Freak?
It seems like it's been pretty quiet right now. That's going to be interesting to see what happens with him.
Yeah, him and the organization, they're at odds for really the first time. It's been harmonious, very Jokic Nuggets-esque. That has come to a close. So where he ends up next is, I think, the biggest question. But up there among the biggest two or three, even still at 41 years old, is LeBron James. And LeBron James is about to be a free agent for really like the first time, like for all intents and purposes, where he's untethered in any way, shape, or form.
That's
There's no
crazy.
like player option to turn down or anything like that. So they tag teamed this piece, McMenamin and Bontemps, at ESPN, and they pulled NBA insiders. These are real human beings in the sport on where the final stop of LeBron James' career should be. And it's a short list. It's, in addition to the Lakers, which I don't believe is going to happen. Now, it could, but I don't think it's going.
I think that has ran its course over there with the Lakers.
And he's making a ton of money.
Yeah.
And so I think the Lakers want to free up their books and build around Luka.
Which makes sense.
It makes sense. So, save for the Lakers, there was 5 other teams listed. It was the Clippers, the Golden State Warriors, the Knicks, the Cavs, and the Denver Nuggets. All right. Now, before I share what they heard from league insiders, is that no one is exactly sure what LeBron James wants from his next stop. Is it to get paid the most money? He has operated that way. He's going to make the most every single time. There's no haircuts so you can fit other people or anything like that. Is it legitimately to win a 5th NBA championship?
Yeah, is it about fit?
Is it about finishing in Cleveland for the storybook, the book end of it? Is it about staying in his empire that he's built in Los Angeles and all the things that come with that? And maybe that's why the Clippers are on the... So no one knows. But this is what they wrote. Quote, one intriguing option floated to ESPN by multiple sources was Denver, where teaming up with 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic would make for some awfully entertaining hoops. So a Western Conference executive said, quote, who is the only guy on James's level from a basketball IQ standpoint in the league? Go there and team up with that guy. Of course, insinuating that's Nikola Jokic. What they also said was joining the Nuggets could also create a sign-and-trade opportunity for the Lakers, be it for restricted free agent forward and fellow Clutch client Payton Watson or veteran forward Cameron Johnson, who is set to make $23 million next season in the final year of his contract. Johnson shooting 42.8% from 3 this season, and that would give the Lakers another knockdown shooter to put around Doncic and Reeves, end quote.
Where do you want to begin with this?
I think this is very interesting.
It is. It is. But how do you feel about it? All right, because obviously there's some smoke billowing with this, with LBJ. Maybe he does come to Denver. Do you want LBJ? Do we need the man? Would he make this team better? What are you thinking?
So I'll share with you here in a second some more smoke that the article included, because I do think it's relevant, and I don't know if as many people realize the connection that's already existing here in Denver. Initially, I kind of bristle at it. It's like, really, is this organic? Adding 42-year-old LeBron James?
Is it necessary?
But really, within the last month and a half, LeBron James has made a conscious decision for the very first time in his career, and it's a decision that a lot of people never thought that he would make. He has completely accepted and settled into his role as not just a second option, a third option. He is off the ball more than anyone could have ever anticipated, but this is where he's at in his career. And since he has done that, his efficiency is off the charts. The Lakers have gone to 15-2 in their last 17 games. And if he had that same mindset, and it genuinely was, where is the best fit for me basketball-wise to win my 5th championship? And I'm going to accept the third role after Jokic and Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
What could that look like? I mean, you're talking about even in the past when I've been referring to Jokic saying he's the smartest player I've ever seen along with LeBron James. He's a puppet.
You have.
He's a puppet master. He controls everything on the court like LeBron does. This would be two of the brightest minds to ever play the game coming together, and LeBron would be in a subservient third option role in the way that he currently is thriving right now with the Lakers.
You look like you're trying to talk yourself into this as you describe this to all of us.
There's some sense to it here. There's a reason people within the sport are suggesting Denver.
Man, you're right. Bristol is a great way of thinking or doing. I don't like it, to be honest with you, and not because I don't think he can come in here with a bright mind and have a role and do his part. But is it necessary? We're looking to get younger. If you're the Denver Nuggets moving forward, you're bringing in a 41-year-old that you're hoping will still keep that same mindset of, okay, I'll be that number 3 option. And then you have to think, what is he still going to want? Yeah, he's a number 3 option, but he's still going to want to be paid a lot of money.
See, we don't know that yet, though.
And we don't
know that.
But that has been his track record, right?
It has.
It's been the trend. Like, I want to be paid a lot of money. I'm LeBron James.
Yep.
All right, and there's pride in it. It's LeBron James and who he is. He's not going to just take a discount. You can't think that he's going to just say, okay, uncle, I'm taking a discount. Like, he's going to want something.
Well, hold on. We're assuming that's the case.
We are.
If your sole focus is finishing your career with a championship, and it's a 5th championship, that's going to put you on the same, rack as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And so if it truly is about that, then it can't be about the finances. It can't be. And so like,
but tell me this, be real. Is this his best chance to win another championship?
Among the teams that are listed here,
that you just listed.
so like the Clippers, the Golden State Warriors, the Knicks, and the Cavs, I mean, I would say probably it would be the Knicks.
Yeah.
The Cavs can't afford him. He would have to play on a vet minimum contract, and maybe he will. But that would likely be a trade. But even with Cleveland is in the second apron, so they can't even take back a player in a sign and trade.
So Cavs might be out of it. Like they seem to be out of it.
I think. Well, I'm not gonna.
We don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what he values, so I'm not going to take him out of it. It may be I'm finishing my career in Cleveland, period. But if it's to win a championship, I would say it'd be here. Among these options, it'd be here in the New York Knicks.
I'm with you. There's no pushback. I would say Knicks number 1, the Denver Nuggets number 2. For the reason for that is LeBron James is not going to play defense. All right, we already here historically, like we're having a great year offensively, the Denver Nuggets that is. But we suck defensively. Now you're adding LeBron James to the mix. He's not going to play defense. All right, you still don't know what's going to happen with AG and what he's going to look like as he gets older. What's happening with Payton Watson? Because that's our next defensive ball player that may be out the door because he wants this fat contract, and you think it's going to be well over $100 million.
I know it's going to be over $100 million.
Well, there you go. So it's over $100 million. To me, it just doesn't seem like it's going to be a great fit here, having LeBron James and Jokic, and LeBron being 41 years old, being that third option.
And very quick house cleaning. I said Kareem has 5. He's got 6. He won 5 in Los Angeles, won another one initially in Milwaukee. But here's the thing. There's there's connective tissue here.
Yeah, can you explain this? Like something more to this?
Yes, I'll do that coming up next.
All season, we've assumed that Jared Bednar might be gone if the Avalanche didn't win the Stanley Cup. But now there are reports that he will get a contract extension as long as Colorado gets out of the first round.
Please don't tell me expectations are lower. A report is a report is a report. But I just don't like the idea of short of a first-round exit, he's good. Are we sure?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping that question here soon. And if I'm right about that, then you know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. Whether you're starting your next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something special for yourself for once, because all of us deserve to be spoiled at least once in our lives, this is where it all begins. Imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue, and also in Inglewood, at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Looking for a way for your hard-earned money to work hard for you? Open a 13-month CD at 3.75% APY from Ent Credit Union, soon to be Wings Credit Union. With a minimum deposit of only $500, a 13-month term, and a guaranteed annual percentage yield of 3.75%, your future self will thank you. But hurry, this special rate is only for a limited time. Get started today at ent.com/CD special. Rate accurate as of March 1st, 2026 and subject to change without notice. Insured by NCUA.
Stoker for my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Through April, when you install a new cold climate heat pump system with my team at ROX, you get a free whole home water filtration system. How about that? Cleaner air, cleaner water. That's a winning combination. Upgrade your home's comfort and take advantage of this huge offer while it lasts, but only from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
When you've been hurt after a traumatic car crash, you don't need a sales pitch from an attorney with big promises and a loud voice. You need a team who fights for real results fast. That's why so many across the country choose the Berg Simpson Law Firm. Berg Simpson is nationally recognized, but is local right here in Colorado. So give us a call and let our team fight for the results you deserve today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends at WindowNation.com. Listen, in Colorado, we get different types of weather all the time. So whether your cold air is escaping or your warm air is escaping, your windows are likely to blame. And getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. And during the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with zero interest for 5 years. During these uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit WindowNation.com now to book a consultation.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-345-2789. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-345-2789 or biglou.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Waterloo Turf Denver. Get your Saturdays back.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, so we were just having the conversation that ESPN sort of prompted us to have. All right, and when I say ESPN, I'm talking about Dave McMenamin and Tim Bontemps going around the league talking to NBA insiders on the best fit for LeBron James's final stop of his career. And the Nuggets were on a short list with the Clippers, the Warriors, the Knicks, and the Cavs. And one West executive said, who's the only guy on LeBron's level from a basketball IQ standpoint? Go there and team up with that guy, all right? And I said going into the latest break that there is some connective tissue here in Denver, all right? And I'm talking about, one, don't forget Josh Kroenke and LeBron are friends.
I did forget about that one.
Do you remember they were on a yacht together within the last year?
Enjoying life, talking, reminiscing. So you have that going for you.
So, also, all right, Jared Dudley is his guy. Jared Dudley and LeBron are tight, all right? And here's what they said in this article on ESPN.com. Denver pursued James in 2018 when he left Cleveland as a free agent, spearheaded by Nuggets president Josh Kroenke, who is a friend of his. The Nuggets have since added Jared Dudley, another one of James's friends, to the coaching staff. After teaming up on the Lakers from 2019 to 2021, their relationship remained so strong that Dudley went into the visitors' locker room at Ball Arena to see James after LA beat Denver on January 20th. They go on to say, with James in the fold alongside Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Aaron Gordon, the Nuggets would remain one of the favorites to both emerge from the West and win the title. It's arguably the best basketball option on the board, even better than Cleveland and New York, and would likely present James with the strongest chance of ending his career with a 5th championship, end quote. So, like, again, this is something, we were actually supposed to talk about this yesterday.
Yeah.
And we got caught up doing what we were doing, so we bumped it to today. But this is not like, hey, let's try to, drum up this conversation. This is being put on a platter at the national level with people within the league connecting dots. Josh Kroenke is a close friend. Jared Dudley is a close friend. Best basketball option on the board for LeBron James.
So they're not just pulling this out of anywhere. Like there's a thought process to this that could be true. That could be true. But the only person that truly knows is going to be LeBron James. But with that being said, Z, I still ask you this. Does it make the Denver Nuggets better adding LeBron James? He may want to come here, but is it the best thing for Denver? That's all I care about. I care about us winning another championship for Jokic. Does LeBron James, I can't believe I'm saying does LeBron James give you the best opportunity to win, right? Sounds crazy.
You know what? But it doesn't sound crazy. And if you are of the mind that LeBron James is washed, get that thought out of your head. He's not. I'm watching him. He looks great. Once he agreed to be the third option in Los Angeles, the Lakers have gone to the moon. They lost 2 games in the month of March. And you want to know what LeBron James has done in the month of March? This is at 41 years old in a month that just ended yesterday. 1, he played every single game. He averaged 19 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds on 56% shooting. I mean,
he's making impactful plays.
So, like, Jamal Murray's averaging a career-high 7 assists. That's what LeBron is averaging right now at 41 years old. It's the best we've ever seen of Jamal in that category. LeBron's doing that right now to go with 19 points a game.
At 41 years old.
And 7 rebounds a game. So, like, and if, again, this is a big if because Aaron Gordon, the health stuff, and, but, like, if you had like a lineup of LeBron and Aaron Gordon and Jamal and Yoke, like those 4 guys right there, I don't know. I did not think that I'd be entertaining it the way that I am, but I also never thought LeBron James would accept this role. And seeing is believing.
Well, it seems like you're on board. Is that true? Like it seems like throughout this process of us explaining this, talking, you have talked yourself into.
It makes some sense. It makes some basketball sense.
It does. It does. And that's why we're having this conversation. But do you want it to happen? Do we need LeBron James?
Could you imagine how, just separate from the actual reality of the basketball, could you imagine how much more interesting the Nuggets are already interesting? We already talk, Nuggets every single day.
It'd be fun to talk about this.
Could you imagine if LeBron James and everything that comes with that descended upon Denver, Colorado? The Nuggets have never, in the history of their franchise, have never been able to land free agents, ever, in any era. You could actually make an argument that the best free agent in the history of the Nuggets was Paul Millsap at the end of his career, and they have to overpay him 3 years for $90 million. They just haven't been able. So it would be, from an interest standpoint, I mean, the Denver Nuggets would become one of the capitals of the media world.
Oh, it'd be big. They would be on TV every day. Every day,
yeah.
Stephen A. would be talking about him.
And the national TV games, which there's already more, present day than there's ever been. This is something we used to complain about. That the schedule would come out and be like, the Nuggets only got 5, national. Now they have 17, 18.
They would just at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. See, that's what we want.
They'd be on TV every single night on TNT and ESPN. But in reality, it does make some basketball sense. It really does. But I think that if LeBron wants a 5th title, I think he needs the Nuggets more than the Nuggets need him for their 2nd title. And so you're not going to get them for free, right? It's it's probably going to cost you something in terms of a sign and trade. And they mentioned Peyton Watson specifically. I would not want to see Peyton Watson walk out that door at 23 years old for a 41-year-old, 42-year-old LeBron James.
You've been developing Peyton Watson. You've been developing this young man for some time now. He's finally starting to flourish, and then you're gonna just give him to L.A. like with Luka? Oh, you're crazy. I'm not doing that for a 41-year-old LeBron James. That's like Tom Brady. I love Tom. I love him. And you know what, Z? After watching him play the flag football, he could still come into this league and do some damage. But I'm still not banging the table for him to be in this league. All right, like what's that saying that says you stay? What is it? You're a hero, but if you stay long enough, you become the villain. How's it go, Z?
Yeah, I always struggle with this one. God, Dante, help us out. If you live long enough, if you don't die a hero, you live long enough to be the villain?
Yeah, pretty much. It's you either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain.
All right, and so LeBron James all these years have been like the hero, the superhero, man. It's like, wow, LeBron James. But as time goes on, it's like, okay, LeBron, we get it. You can do this at a high level, but, man, it's time for you to move on, just like Tom Brady, like Michael Jordan, anybody else. So I'm sorry to say this, Z. I don't want him to be a Denver Nugget. We don't need LeBron, and I know
you don't sound crazy. You don't sound crazy.
Yeah, we don't need LeBron James, and I love how you said it. It's like, look, LeBron needs the Denver Nuggets more than the Denver Nuggets needs LeBron James. I would rather keep our youth, our young guys like Peyton Watson, and even CB, Christian Brown, and then build off of that. And Cam Johnson's coming around, and he's starting to play better. LeBron James, no thank you, man. Go ahead, go to the Knicks.
Oh, I didn't think we'd be talking about this today.
No, it's fascinating.
It is. It's interesting. It is. If nothing else, it's interesting. At the very end of the day, as intriguing as it is, as interesting as it is, I would probably pass.
ZB has spoken.
I'd probably pass.
Okay.
I would, because
it's April Fool's, by the way. Are you pulling my leg? Right
no,
here?
I'm not. This is a real piece. These are real quotes from real people. So just did not have that on my bingo card. Okay, the Rockies, they just wrapped up their series in Toronto this afternoon, and you talk about something that's not an April Fool's joke and something that you didn't have on your bingo card. We'll discuss coming up next.
Denver, it's official. The Nuggets are playoff bound. For the 8th straight season, the Nuggets will chase gold in their quest for another championship. Now, as we wind down the regular season, who will their first round opponent be? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here to tell you about one of my favorite places to be in the entire world. It's the Basketball Social House Bar and Grill in Centennial. This is your headquarters for every upset, every buzzer beater, every bracket buster coming our way. This place is unreal, man. The award-winning food and drinks, including a brunch that you absolutely need to try. But it's not just another sports bar. This is the first of its kind sports bar and entertainment experience. Literally the only one like it in the world. And it's right here in Centennial, Colorado. And listen, you don't have to be a hooper to love it. The vibe, the energy, the menu, it's all next level. But if you do want to play, you can book your own private basketball suite with a court, lounge seating, music, TVs, the whole deal. It's perfect for watch parties, team hangouts or celebrations, or just simply leveling up your night. And for big games, man, you're covered. They've got the best happy hour in the state every day from 7 p.m. to close. This is where you want to be for those big games. You can find them at 7450 South University Boulevard in Centennial. Check them out online at thebasketballsocialhouse.com. And because you heard it from me, use the code HALFOFFHOOPS for half off your first-time private basketball suite rental. Again, visit them online at thebasketballsocialhouse.com.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com. And get ready for the workday.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Are you looking to buy a home that fits your senior needs? Consider a home equity conversion mortgage for purchase. With this innovative financing option, you can use the equity in your current home or savings as the down payment. With the FHA-insured HECM reverse mortgage loan, you may be able to buy a higher value home and keep substantial cash for savings with no required payments. For more information, call Mike Rabin at 303-396-2804 or go to madrivermortgage.com and MLS 150-4779.
Free barbecue? Yep, absolutely free barbecue. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs, the barbecue lawyer at 303-LAW-4040. It's 2026, and we are taking our free meal program to the next level, and I want you to help spread the word with me if you can. I got a brand new smoker, and this thing's a beast. It's over 6 feet tall, so we can cook that 1,000 pounds of free barbecue each and every month. Here's what you do. It's Eastern Hills Community Church, 4 to 6 p.m. every first and third Thursday. I'm smoking up delicious pulled pork or my addictive copycat Chipotle recipe, and we're serving it up for free. You just get in line, you pop the trunk, we put free groceries in your trunk, and then we ask you how many meals you need for the night. It's that simple, no questions asked. It's at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. Help us spread the word, and if you have any questions, you can always call me. The barbecue lawyer's number is 303-LAW-4040.
For over a decade, Bluebird Windows and Doors of Denver has been servicing the Front Range with products built to withstand Colorado's unpredictable weather. Bluebird Sunrise Collection windows are built to last a lifetime and are backed by strong warranties. Buy 3, get 1 free through April, and mention you heard about Bluebird from me, Mike Evans. You'll save an additional 5%. Enjoy the outdoors through energy-efficient Bluebird windows. Visit gobluebirdco.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird day.
Ben Franklin here to talk to you about your water heater. A water heater is a vital part of your home's plumbing. When it doesn't work, it can really freeze up your routine. Call the pros at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing about water heater options for your home. Visit BenjaminFranklinPlumbing.com or call 877-BEN-1776 to request an appointment.
Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Call for details. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in their respective state or county.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, low sex drive, and it makes it really hard to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is very important to our overall health and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if some or all of these symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. We can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive as well. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Thinking about upgrading your home's HVAC? Then Day and Night Mechanical Solutions of Denver can help and save you money.
You may qualify for up to $20,000 in rebates through the Colorado HERE program and Excel Energy for energy-efficient heat pump systems. Day and Night Mechanical has the inside track on this program and will guide you through every step. Upgrade your HVAC and save big bucks. Visit dnmech.com. Act now while the offer lasts. Day and Night Mechanical Solutions. They fix it right, day and night.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, bottom half of hour number 3 here on The Drive, rolling right along. Interesting, the reaction on the RamosLaw.com text line, diverse, I'll say. Okay. I'll say that, diverse. All right. A lot of people hate the idea of LeBron James joining the Denver Nuggets. Other people looking at it more pragmatically are open to the idea, but wide-ranging opinions there. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can hit up the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. So the Rockies, they just wrapped up their series in Toronto. We were on the air when it happened. And, man, no April Fools, but the Rockies went into Toronto where before the series started, they were 1-11 all-time against the Blue Jays in Toronto.
What was that stat you gave us at the beginning of the series where it was like, was it 46-6 when it came to the...
Oh, yes. In the 3-game series last year, it was the combined score over the course of 3 games was 45-6.
Yeah, man. Come on. Come on.
And after winning against the Blue Jays, the reigning and defending American League champions who represented the AL in the World Series, they lost on, or the Rockies beat them on Monday, 14-5. That caught everyone off guard.
They breaks off.
They lost yesterday, 5-1, only to come back in the 3rd and series deciding game and win 2-1 in extra innings, Phil. Really, really fun story here the last couple days.
But, Z, it's encouraging, too, man. We've been having these conversations. We just want the Rockies to be competitive, competent. We want them to go out there, and at the end there, right here in the 8th and 9th inning, you still have a chance. And that's exactly what the Rockies have been doing lately, is giving themselves a fighting chance to win the game. And then today, winning the game. A couple days ago, winning the game against the Blue Jays. So we had the conversation about, hey, can this team ever become 500? And yeah, the answer to me still is yes, especially after winning a series against the Blue Jays, who are a damn good team. And it just shows that the Rockies are going in the right direction. It's not saying the Rockies are going to win 70 games this year. I'm just in the moment. All right, I was happy today walking in here, wanting to do the show with you while it was still playing, and then getting the news that the Rockies did pull it out in extra innings. Like, that's what I want to see out of them. I want to see fight, and that's exactly what we're getting from them.
The fighting Rockies.
The fighting Rockies.
The fighting Rocks. 2-1. They win in the 10th. Kyle Freeland, I thought, set the tone. Showing some emotion out there today. You know, I was watching this, and again, you know, I mentioned this, like, at a certain point last year, I just stopped watching. We cut him out of our show. It was abhorrent. I mean, the product that they were putting on the field was so embarrassing by any imaginable standard. But they made changes everywhere, and that's all I was asking. So I said, if they are meeting what I've been requesting for years, I now have to watch. And so I was invested in this game throughout the afternoon. It started the first pitch was at 11:07. Kyle Freeland. Fiery, and he can be that way. And he becomes the first Rockies pitcher this season to go 5 innings pitched. He allowed 5 hits in 5 innings, 1 earned run. That's it. One walk, just 1 strikeout. But he's a contact guy, so he's not looking to strike guys out. So he sort of set the tone. I think the rest of the pitching staff held up their end of the bargain. Antonio Senzatella, again, 2 innings, just 1 hit in 2 innings.
Very solid.
Victor Vodnik, who was on the wrong end of things on Sunday in that final game against the Miami Marlins and giving up that home run, and they lose by a single run. He did a much better job this afternoon. And then Herget, who finished things, and again, we're just getting to know these guys. Jimmy Herget, a 32-year-old right-handed pitcher. He finished the game off, and this guy's been a journeyman, played around the league, Cincinnati, Texas, with the Angels,
He's been around
Atlanta, and this is his second year here. He closed things out, and I thought it was an interesting decision. There you are with a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 10th inning, and there's 2 outs, and Vlad Guerrero comes up to the plate, and there's a man on third, and I was a bit surprised. They pitched to him. And there's a lot of baseball minds that would say, dude, just walk him and pitch to the next guy, and he ends up flying out. But
the Rockies are being aggressive. All right, even with strikeouts. Like, it seems like the Rockies are going into this season with no hesitation. Just go at it. Go after it. Let's see what comes about. Let's see what we can do. And it paid off today. It paid off today. Of course, it's going to have to get better. But it's fun. Like, they're competing, Z. That's what I'm looking for. The rotation looks a lot better right off the bat. The bullpen looks a lot stronger, and it's the beginning of the season. So I know we're not sitting here saying we're going to the World Series.
No.
But it's the little victories we're talking about, the small victories that we get to come in here and talk about the Colorado Rockies. I want to talk baseball. I want to talk about our Rockies. This is a baseball state, and the Rockies, that is, they just have to give us something to latch onto, and they did today.
They did. And so they're 2-4 after 6 games, with 3 of the 4 losses coming by a single run. If competency was the goal, they're meeting it here in the first week of the season. Now, you talk about the strikeouts. I mean, it's way too much. I mean, I can't believe this is real. In a game that the Rockies won, they struck out 17 times today.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. I'd be willing to bet that's the most for any team so far this year.
Coach ever say, "Hey, swing away, baby."
But it's a problem, and it's been a problem here in Colorado. And the swinging at pitches outside the strike zone has been their DNA, and they're going to have to rewire this thing, because it's not sustainable when you're striking out that much and when you're swinging at balls that much. Coming into today, 40% of their swings and misses have been on balls, and so 17 strikeouts is insane. But today, they found a way.
Today was our day.
They found a way in a way that no one saw coming. I mean, no one in this sport saw stealing a series in Toronto when they had won 1 game there, their entire existence of the franchise, and then to go take 2 or 3. So the assumed doormat showing some fight here, and hopefully they can continue it. Their next game they're going to have tomorrow off. They're going to travel back to Denver, and the Philadelphia Phillies come into town for opening day. And the weather is it was supposed to be pretty crappy a couple days ago, and it's gotten a little bit warmer. The chance of precipitation has gone down a little bit. I believe it's down to somewhere around, I'll find out for sure here in a second.
I was talking to the weather gods, Z, because at first I was going to have it be a crappy day for you. I was like, I'm going to have to do the show. We're going to be indoors. This is all good. Make it snow, weather gods. Make it snow. Let it snow. And then when I found out that I'm going to be outside too doing the show, I had to talk to him and beg him not to have the bad weather. So, you should thank me for this.
Well, right now, Phil, I'm seeing 53 and partly sunny with a chance of precipitation down to just 4%, according to the Weather Channel app. So take that for what it is. All right, we'll see. And the Phillies are 3-3 to start their season. And okay, so we'll see how this all goes. But it's interesting enough to keep on watching and keep on talking about.
Oh, yeah.
All right, shifting gears here. Nathan McKinnon will try to do something tonight that he has only done one other time in his career. We'll tell you what it is. We'll talk about tonight's game. Also, Sean Payton made an interesting comment about Bo Nix and Bo's right-hand man. And what trap did the Broncos avoid that Sean Payton believes 2/3 of the NFL fall into? We'll get to all of that as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Baseball is back, and Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is leading off the season in style. Join us Friday, April 3rd for our home opener party at Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Dover and Cecil will get the party started live from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the Tribe will come out of the bullpen to close things out from 2 to 6.
How about that?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year to buy a home in Colorado. If you've been dreaming about getting into your first place, upgrading for more space, or downsizing for a simpler lifestyle, now is a smart time to start planning. And the first step is easy. Get pre-approved. With American Financing, you can get it done in 24 hours or less, so you'll know exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Rates have been dropping, home prices are steady, and more homes are hitting the market. You could score the right home at the right price and lock in a monthly payment that fits your budget without stretching yourself thin. And unlike renting, every payment you make goes toward your future, not your landlord's. And here's a misconception we love to bust. You do not need 20% down. Many buyers purchase with as little as 3% down. So if home ownership is on your 2026 goals list, let's make it happen. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans, at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive Home and Auto Bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
Ent is becoming Wings. It's a big change. But we're not changing the way we show up for our communities, or our personal service, or the people who provide it. We're not changing locations. We're not even replacing the coffee machine. But we are changing our name. We'll probably even get some new pens. It'll be a big day for pen people. Ent Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
If you're going to ask her to spend the rest of your life with you, shouldn't you give her a diamond worthy of that journey?
One that you can give her with no regrets?
A diamond that shines like no other.
That's why our family started Williams Jewelers over 75 years ago. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Bruce Williams. Today, Williams Jewelers is Denver's finest diamond engagement ring store with 10 times the selection of diamonds, engagement rings, and wedding bands you'll find in average stores.
Where you get a lifetime quality guarantee that protects you for the life of the ring.
A lifetime diamond upgrade guarantee.
A 30-day money-back price and total satisfaction guarantee.
And no regrets.
Give her a diamond worthy of her and your money's worth.
Say will you with Williams.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams
Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 1043 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Nathan MacKinnon will try to do something tonight that he's only done one other time in his career. And I want to talk about that here in just a second. Also, we'll get back to Broncos here in 10, 11 minutes and get to more of that Sean Payton conversation that he was having with the local media yesterday down in Phoenix at the league meetings. A lot of stuff that we didn't get a chance to hit yesterday we'll do there at the top of the hour. But before we do that, MacKinnon and the Avs. So the Avs back in action tonight. Nate is sitting on 49 goals. He has scored 50 one other time in his career. It was the 23-24 season. And, man, he could be the first in the NHL to get to the half-century mark here in just a few hours.
And I know we use the word he could be. He's going to be tonight. Tonight's the night where Nate Dogg gets to the 50th goal. I'm going to call my shot early. Now, the last time I called my shot, it was pretty wild. It was pretty out there, and it didn't come true. But this one right here lives in the realm of reality. All right, it's right there for the taking. Nate Dogg gets his goal tonight. No, that's no brainer. It's not a shocker. But he does it on the power play in the left circle, his home.
Again.
And that's where he gets the 50th goal. All right, so it's right there. He's going to get it. It's going to catapult him in a conversation which he's already in. He's in the lead right now for the Hart Trophy, but maybe it solidifies him tonight. All right, because it's about the stats now. It's about the wins. The wins are stacking up for the Avs. We know that. Nathan MacKinnon is adding with the statistical part of it, with the assists, with the goals, and tonight's another night where he can stack on to that.
Well, he's leading the league with 49. No one has more than 47. Nikita Kucherov, who he is battling with for MVP, Kucherov is on a heater and has got back into the MVP race. It's close to a coin flip from an odds standpoint, who's going to take home that Hart Trophy. And, man, again, you talk about rarefied air. If MacKinnon can win the Hart for a second time, he'll stand alone, in that category. And there haven't been, we talked about this a few weeks ago, there has not been a lot of, just save for one, Nikola Jokic, multi-MVP winners. Terrell Davis has one. John Elway has one. Peyton Manning has one here in Denver. Sakic has one. Forsberg has one. Larry Walker has one. Only Jokic has multiple, and he's got 3. So this would put him in a different stratosphere within the history of Denver sports. But 50 goals is, goodness gracious.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot of scoring.
That's a lot of scoring. That's a lot of scoring. He is, in terms of points this year, MacKinnon has 120. The leader in the NHL is Connor McDavid with 125. Nikita Kucherov, 1 more point than Nate with 121. The opponent here tonight is not very good. Okay, Vancouver is 3-11-2 since the Olympic break. And during that stretch, they've been shut out twice. Dude, they've lost 6 games in a row. They've scored just 11 total goals over the 6-game losing streak. And now consider the Avs, the last time we saw them, scored 9. Vancouver has 11 in 6 games. The Avs are coming off a 9 spot for just the 9th time in the history of the team. So
this should not be a competitive game.
It should not
be just like the Flames, where the Avs go to work, they handle business, which I believe, and I think we all believe, they have a more professional approach, and they are locked in. They know that the ultimate goal is winning this cup, and if they don't get to the championship and win the cup, it's a bust of a year. We all know this, cup or bust. So for them, they handle business tonight, which now they get that organic rest where you have the bottom 6 that are maybe getting a little bit more action on the ice than the top 6, and that's what you want. That's what you want. You want your guys fresh as can be going into the postseason.
Yeah, and they're already starting to spread out the ice time and really suppress some of the minutes, so look for that to continue to be the case. Last night, Dallas lost again. The wheels are coming off the Stars. So this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've lost 6 of 7, guys. And because of that latest loss, the Avs now a magic number for the Central Division is down to just 6 points. So if they win tonight at home against Vancouver, the Avs can actually clinch on Saturday in Dallas, as ironic as that would be. As bad as the Flames are, who we just saw on Monday night, I saw them in person. It was one of the ugliest. That team is so bad. That's a bad team who had a terrible night. Vancouver's even worse. Vancouver sits 17 points behind the next worst team in the entire NHL.
One man said a bad team that had a terrible night.
I mean, that's what we saw.
And Vancouver, they're probably going to do the same thing tonight.
Dude, Vancouver is bad. I'm not so sure if you drop them in the AHL, they could go win the Calder Cup.
Oh, man.
They are bad. They are real bad. So
the expectations is, and do we know who's in between the pipes? Is it going to be Wedgwood again, or are they going to give Blackwood the opportunity?
I don't know if we have that info. We'll circle back here in just a second.
We'll definitely get that. I mean, so the expectations is for Wedgwood or Blackwood to have a shutout. Don't let Vancouver score a goal.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
They struggle to score.
They do struggle to score. I just think at the pro level, anticipating a shutout before the puck ever drops. Now there's validity. They've been shut out a couple times since the Olympic break. Like I said, just 11 goals in the last 6 games, but they'll get one if it gets loosey-goosey like it did the other night. But if the Avs show up and they are half sober, they should win this game. The puck line in most places, almost every single NHL game that's played, it's the same puck line. You're either getting a goal and a half or you're minus a goal and a half. And then they just adjust the juice or odds accordingly. This is so dramatic that coming into tonight, the Avs are actually laying 2.5 goals to this Vancouver team, who is, again, consider this. We just saw the Flames dynamic the other night on Monday. Vancouver is 20 points behind Calgary.
Damn.
That is in the basement. And so, again, they've lost 6 straight. Good news, Cale Makar is going to be okay. We started to get wind of that yesterday. We have multiple reports. Bednar said a couple things. He went on the team-owned station this morning, talked about that. He's going to miss a few games. Should be all good. Also talking about the goaltenders, he says that he feels comfortable going into the playoffs with both Wedgie and Blackwood.
But is that the right way to approach this, though, Z?
I don't know how you approach it. They've both been excellent. Now, Wedgwood's been just a little bit better.
Yeah. More opportunities because he's been healthier.
Yeah, and one of the things he said was, hey, if you're doing something and it's been working all season, why would you pivot when things get... Now, he did leave some wiggle room of, hey, if one guy is out there and he's standing on his head and he's winning us games, we're probably going to keep going with him. So this is I'm fascinated.
Goalie by committee, huh? It's just ride that high hand. When one starts to struggle, you throw the other one in there. I mean, that's the luxury when you have 2 solid goalies that you trust. My question is, who do you roll with first? Because that one right there, you're giving a lot more confidence to.
Sure.
And you're telling him you truly feel like he's the guy that can stay in between the pipes the whole series and the whole playoff push and help you win a cup. So, me, it's still Wedgie. I love me some Wedgie. He's very consistent. He's been healthier than Blackwood. I think that in some big-time moments, such as the Dallas Star game twice, actually, where he had to go in there because Blackwood got pulled the first time, and then the next time when he was in between the pipes as a starting goalie, he stood on his head both times. And we're going to have to get past the Dallas Stars. Even though Dallas is starting to slip a little bit and they're losing these games, they're still in our head, and they're going to be a tough team come postseason.
Yeah, I would go same way, man. I'd go with the guy who's leading the league in goals against average and save percentage. There's only one of those, and that's Scott Wedgwood. And so, plus he gave my son a pound the other night.
So
there you go. That breaks all ties.
There you go. Blackwood was sitting there all night, didn't want to give him a pound. Blackwood, what are you doing? You're not even playing.
Oh, my God. Marty Netchis, man. Career highs in goals, assists, and points this year. Fourth line forward, Parker Kelly. What about this guy's year, man? 18 goals. He has more than doubled his previous career high. This guy's been a revelation, just flat out revelation.
He's getting to 20 goals, man. And you said it earlier, where guys on the bottom six are going to get more ice time. Right, they're going to get more opportunities in a game like this. Vancouver, who's not a very good team, you get up on them. Parker Kelly may have a goal again tonight. I may bet that, and I'm not a betting man, and I don't have an account because they won't let me in. So maybe I'll shoot you a couple bucks.
You need to try again.
Okay.
You need to try again.
There we go.
Because, and if you didn't know, Phil tried to get on one of the sportsbook apps, and they still have him as a professional athlete, and he is denied access.
Yeah, I'm like, look at this belly. I'm not doing that anymore. Come on.
You need to try again. Just put a couple bucks in there. Just see how it goes. See how it goes. Maybe there's a degenerate gambler somewhere in there that we can get out of you.
There we go.
All right. If you want to react to that conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. One more stat before we shift gears. One more stat. Colorado, and this is nuts. This is just nuts. 5 players with 20 goals or more. Like, are you kidding me?
You get a goal. You get a goal. You get a goal. We're Oprah Winfrey in here.
Dude, it's Nate, it's Marty, it's Brock Nelson, it's Kale, and it's Lecky. All 5 of those guys, and Parker Kelly could join.
That's what I'm saying.
You want to know what's interesting? Whose name we didn't say? Val.
Big Val. You're right.
To play, 64, 65 games, a part of this group, and to not have 20 goals, it's just, it's.
We're definitely gonna have to talk about that. We're gonna dive deep into it before the postseason really begins. But yeah, Val's gonna have to step it up a little bit.
Yeah, he's got to at least 20 in 3 of the previous 4 seasons. So we'll see if he can get there. Maybe take another step forward in that direction tonight. All right, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! Let's get it, Z.
And shout out Regen RX joining our program and sponsoring us here on The Drive. We welcome them with open arms. Been a really fun day, a day that's kind of flown by. We came in here, and we were trying our hardest to not give play-by-play of the Colorado Rockies game in the 10th inning.
I saw your eyes. You're like, damn, man, we're so close. We're so close with the Rockies to win a series against the Blue Jays. It comes true, man, and I was excited, man. I was like, damn, I felt like we won the World Series just because it's the Rockies.
It's just a series, a regular season series. But I'll say this, and it's really put a pep in my step today. And as I was leaving the house, I changed my clothes. Or what I was going to wear. I didn't change clothes. I changed what I was going to wear and grabbed my Rockies stuff with the hopes that they were going to hang on to win. They did. And it's kind of put a pep in my step. And now it's just like, okay, I can't wait to see more. Like, what does this next, outing look like on Friday against the Philadelphia Phillies? They're 2-4 with 3. The Rockies are 2-4 with 3 of the 4 losses coming by 1 run.
Yeah.
We were looking for competitive. We were looking for competent. That is the product that we've been delivered here through the first week of the season. I'm Obviously, wish a couple of those games in Miami could have gone different.
But flashes too, right?
Yeah, sure.
The rotation, the bullpen. It looks solid right now. Kyle Freeland doing his part today, so he looked really, really good. So things like that, that's all I'm looking for. Competent, all right, competitive. Be a competitor. Find ways to stay in this game. Get it to the 8th and 9th inning and find a way to win it. And that's exactly what the Rockies did today.
Well, and I'll tell you this too. In the 8th inning, when Troy Johnston had that RBI double in the top of the inning to tie the game 1-1, you talk about a dugout that was fired up. You talk about like a collection of men that know they're supposed to be a losing team and were like the spirit of things. That's something we talked about before the season started.
DG did too, and people may have laughed at it, but like it's a true thing. Like, right, it's building a culture. Like having that opportunity to win, having fun, celebrating with your teammates, celebrating like you just won the championship. Like that goes a long way.
Yep, and it's just little puzzle pieces that get put down. There's 162 of them, and you just hope it at the end of putting it all together, it has a positive picture. Considering the depths of the depths that the Rockies are trying to crawl out of, and so far so good. So far so good. Big picture in terms of the expectation. Right, we're not painting a picture of a wild card team. That's not what we're talking about. But it's a good step in the right direction. And I'll say this just before we shift gears. Last year, the Rockies did not win their first series of the season until June. June, guys.
Damn.
That was their first series win. Was in June, and here they are winning their first series against a team that was just in the World Series on their turf the first week of the season. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
By the way, I didn't know you laid out your clothes before you go to bed, man. You lay out your clothes, ready, got the hat.
I do not.
Look at it.
I do not.
Yes, this is the fit.
Although I will tell you, so 10 minutes before I leave, I just grab what I'm gonna wear. But when I was younger, dude, when I was in middle school and high school, like especially to start the school year, this is so embarrassing. But to start the school year, like I knew exactly like the sequence, especially like once I got a job and started working worked at Subway and started making my own money and was able to.
You made your own sandwich.
I did make my own
your own sandwich. I remember this.
The Zehova, yes, that they stole, made the turkey Italiano.
You could be getting paid millions right now.
I should be. But like especially when I started making my own money, like I could like lay out like the first week of what I was going to wear to school.
Oh yeah.
Were you like that?
Oh yeah. And especially, you know what? I did it a lot. Not necessarily for school, but for a football game. See, like the Little League football game, helmet would be on top of my shoulder pads. It looked like I built a created player. And I would have my socks, and I had the spat ready for the shoes, my towel. I was ready to go, man. I was focused. I was intense. And then I would put that swag on, and I would look at the mirror and say, damn. I look good.
Dude, I remember like getting a uniform for the first time as a kid, like after practice, and it's like time to get your uniform, like, a few days before your first game, and going home and putting that thing on and not wanting to take it off.
They're like, you're gonna be 69 this year, ZB. 69.
Yeah, but my kid will like wear his he'll wear his like basketball uniform to school.
I mean, you know what? I respect that. Because Big O be hooping at school. He be hooping at school, Z.
All right, let's get into some of the Sean Payton stuff. So Sean speaking from the league meetings yesterday, and he was asked what changes for Bo Nix and Davis Webb now that Webb is in a new role. This is what Sean said.
Well, I think it changes for Davis and Bo a little. Like Bo's in there with Logan Kilgore now, and Logan will be his warm fuzzy. And now Davis and myself will be like, hey, what do you I think they have a great relationship. There's a cohesiveness in general with our sides of the ball, and so I'll still be working in every of the offensive meetings. And so I just think that, I'm glad we have Davis coming back, and I think that that experience will only help us.
Sean is he's such an interesting cat, isn't he?
He is, man.
Like him saying, he said, he'll be in there with Logan Kilgore now, and that's the quarterback's coach. That'll be his, what do you say, warm fuzzy?
Yeah, warm fuzzy. Taking a little shot at Bo.
That'll be his warm fuzzy, almost as if to say that that's who Davis Webb was for him last season, and that like those two guys were, yoked together and
But you can see it though, Z.
Sure.
Like we're talking about Davis Webb and Bo Nix, and there were games, for example, rookie year, where Bo Nix and Sean get after it, and they're yelling at each other, and guess what? Yeah, Davis Webb that had Bo Nix's back, talking back to Sean, saying, Sean, you're wrong pretty much. So, like, right there, that built that relationship with Bo Nix and Davis Webb, and now they're in the facility, they're in the meeting rooms together. This is Bo Nix and Davis Webb, and they get to tell each other these secrets and what they would do differently. And so it's a lot different now that Davis Webb is not going to be in the quarterback room. He's an offensive coordinator, and now you have a different quarterback coach if you're Bo Nix that you have to get to know.
Yeah, and again, like it's just so funny because, like, yes, everything that you said is correct. But Sean, it's just they have this little, like, Bo Nix and Sean have this thing. It's like this
love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it's almost like playfully combative, And so, like, I would love to see Bo Nix's face, if I could, when he hears Sean Payton say, "Yeah, well, he'll be there with Logan Kilgore now. That'll be his new warm fuzzy." And
he probably giggles, like, winks at Sean, like, "Yeah, we'll see, buddy.
Yeah,
we'll see about that."
And so, and I'm sure at a certain point, I'd almost even bet on this, Bo Nix making some sort of reference when we start talking to him again, some sort of reference of a warm fuzzy or some sort of reference to what Sean said.
Yeah.
It's good. I think it's healthy. I don't think it's bad in any way.
No, it's very healthy. But what I want to know is, can Davis Webb getting Bo Nix's ass if he needs to?
Right.
That's what I want to know now. Right? Things don't go right. Davis Webb calls a play. Bo Nix checks out of it because he sees something differently. Davis Webb doesn't like it. How do you approach that? Bo Nix goes at you because he's mad you didn't get the play in fast enough. How do you approach that? Like, these are things that Davis Webb's going to have to overcome, knowing that this is not your friend.
Right.
All right, you're not in the quarterback room where you're taking up for him and you're protecting him, because that's what position coaches usually do. Curtis Mockins, running back coach, when I was there with the Denver Broncos, he always had our back, and he would come into meetings after a game and say, "Hey, look, I had to go and go to bat for you guys because they wanted to blame you guys for not knowing a play that they didn't put in." And so you don't know that until your running back coach or quarterback coach comes to you and says, "This is what they're saying upstairs." But that's how you also build trust if you're a running backs coach with your players.
Sure.
It's like, I'm in this with you guys.
Right.
I have your back, your best interests, but you have to trust me. And now Davis Webb, he's out of it. He's not the quarterback's coach. He's an offensive coordinator. If things go wrong with Bo Nix, can you be that guy that yells at Bo and says, "You're wrong"?
Right, and that's what he sort of references there. He's like, now it's going to be me and Davis going, "Arr." And so
maybe Davis Webb is meow.
Maybe so, but we'll see what all this looks like. They're having a very similar conversations, and maybe to a elevated degree, because this guy is actually now the head coach, where Sean's been the head coach in Buffalo with Joe Brady and Josh Allen. Like, these two guys have been buddies, and Joe Brady is young, and they're friends, and he's been the OC. And the speculation and some doubt there in Western New York is, does this guy, is he going to coach Josh? Is he going to actually coach him? We'll see about that dynamic with Davis Webb. And I'm sure, dude, it's sports, so there's going to be rough patches and uncomfortabilities, and that's why, like, Sean still being in charge is a really good thing, because if anyone has earned the trust to massage these situations, it's Sean Payton. So he's earned that here, and I'm assuming that it's going to go fine. I really am. Here's a little bit more from Sean on the confidence he had in promoting Davis Webb.
He's played quarterback. He was in our training camp in New Orleans. I'm kind of giving you his background, but I think he's clearly one of those guys that has demonstrated that maturity that you look for a coach that goes into an advanced position. It starts with, can you promote from within? And I think it's something that's well-deserved. He's earned it.
Well-deserved. He's earned it. Obviously, like, he's giving you a little rundown of now, here's what I'll say, though. I don't think that I knew, and maybe I'm just telling on myself, but I don't think that I knew that Davis Webb was in training camp with New Orleans.
You know what, Z? And maybe I'm telling on myself as well. Like, I didn't either. So it must have been for a quick second, right? It could have been during a preseason game. I don't think he made the New Orleans Saints roster.
No.
And so he was in the building. Sean liked him and was like, okay, he can compete. Didn't end up winning a spot, and now you're a journeyman. You're moving around. So I didn't know it either.
No,
but
I
that just
did not
shows
know
you
that.
for someone like Davis Webb, like when you're a backup quarterback, you can be in the league for a very long time if you're good at your job and understanding and you're very smart, which Davis Webb was very smart, and he is very smart, and that's why Sean's comfortable with Davis Webb calling plays this year.
Well, here's what I want to mention, and maybe I'll ask Sean Payton about this, that he is confident. He's telling you, I have confidence in Davis Webb. Sean, through the years, has repeated the same phrase, I think more than any other single phrase that he has, other than like the throwaway lines what does he say all the time?
Relative
to, and,
yeah,
and
he
that
loves
stuff.
that word.
But in terms of an actual phrase that he has used a bunch, he's probably said it 20 different times over the last 3 years. Confidence is born from demonstrated ability. And when you say you have confidence in Davis Webb, this is a Super Bowl window, am I right?
Oh, it is. Super Bowl or bust in my eyes.
It's Super Bowl or bust in your eyes, right?
These beautiful eyes of mine.
So going by his words and his standard, that you can only be confident if you've actually done the job before. It's interesting to hear like so much confidence in Davis Webb, despite Davis never having done the job before. And in such a crucial window. And again, like I think this is like organically transpired, and it's, and I'm looking forward to what this is going to look like under Davis Webb. But in terms of like the unbridled confidence in a Super Bowl window with a guy who's never done the job before, I don't know the source outside of just being around him and hearing his intellect and stuff.
For sure.
But you've actually never done the job.
Well, because in Sean Payton's mind, he can always take back those play calling duties. He may say, Davis, I'm going to give you the opportunity to show me that you can do it full time. Maybe it's 3 or 4 games. You lose 3 games, though, man. That's rough. We know how that can go.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it is 3 games, and if it doesn't look good, then Sean Payton is going to take back play calling duties. So in Sean's head, it's like, I'm not really taking my hand off the steering wheel. There's just 3 hands on the steering wheel, 2 for Davis Webb and 1 for me.
Sure.
And so I'm guiding this. And there's going to be opportunities, Z, and you've said this multiple times. You still think in some way it could be a combined of Sean still maybe doing some third down work or red zone, whatever the case may be. If Sean wants something done, he's the head coach. He's going to call up to Davis Webb if Davis Webb is calling plays from the top and say, this is what I want done. I want to run. He may not call the play, but he says, I want to run or I want to pass. So I just think for Sean in the back of his head, he's like, it's going to be okay no matter what because I'm still the captain of this ship. I still have full say, and if I want something done, that's what's going to be done. And guess what? I'm going to take back play calling duties if I really need to.
That's like the fine print, right?
That's the fine, yes. I think right there is in Sean's head, that's why he's so confident and relaxed in Davis Webb calling plays this year.
All right, really looking forward to what this is going to look like because as much as you can say, hey, the Broncos are running it back, and Sean doesn't like that phrase.
It's the running back Broncos. They brought everybody back except for Jalen Waddle.
And so, but that's what, and obviously that's a big addition right there. But the majority of things are the same. That's a pretty big new ingredient to mix in, to this meal.
Yep.
But that being said, like, it'll be pretty glaring if, say, the Broncos are averaging, I don't know, I'll just get crazy. Say, 6 points more a game, a touchdown more a game.
But shouldn't that be like the goal? Shouldn't that be something that happens now with Jalen Waddle? And all Sean has to say is like, well, I didn't have Waddle. I didn't have the speed.
That's true. And because Waddle, there's like he could change everything here.
He could. And he will. He will, Z. And we talk about it all the time. He's going to open the doors for everybody else. The one-on-one opportunities for the other receivers. All right, the less in the box. All right, you're not going to have the box loaded with another man 8 in the box when it comes to the run game. All right, so now you have two safeties over the top and the box is light. It's easier to run on. It's easier for the offensive line to get to the second level. So it opens up everybody, and it should open up the play call.
Well, the Broncos this past year averaged 23.5 points a game, 23.6 to be precise. If you're averaging 29 points a game, you're a top 3 offense. That was the Patriots this past year.
Yep.
The Rams averaged 31 points a game. Think about how crazy that is. The Seahawks were 28 points a game. Buffalo was 28 points a game. Detroit was 28 points a game.
Scoring points.
Jacksonville was 28 points a game. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that this all comes together. And they're because this past year, here's where they ranked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th in the NFL in scoring. So almost average, a top half of the league, top 16.
And that's not with the run game at the end of the year.
It's true.
Right? J.K. Dobbins being hurt, R.J. Harvey not doing his part as a bell cow back. And so now you're adding J.K. back to the mix. You added Jalen Waddle, a healthy Bo Nix. 28 points a game like the Buffalo Bills. They should be able to do something like that. This team is coming back with everybody that has been around for a very long time now, at least 3 years for a lot of these guys. All right, it should be like we hit the ground running once camp starts.
A lot of continuity, the most continuity. In fact, they had the most continuity a year ago. Do you remember that?
I remember, yes.
That they retained the highest percentage of their roster in the NFL. I can't imagine. Honestly, because you or I have not heard of this sort of retention before, and I don't know if it's ever happened. I would be willing to bet the Broncos, and I don't know if there's a way of measuring this from years and years of the past, but the Broncos would have to be one of, if not the most year-over-year retention in NFL history, because you can't bring back as many. It's typically, and you know this a lot better than me. Typically, the bottom third of your roster is getting.
Yeah, and maybe back in the day, Z,
like before free agency and stuff?
Yes, where you were able to just keep these players all the time, and these players were playing for 12 years, and it was like college where you're just like roommates because you're around each other for 6-7 years. That's not the case anymore. Everybody is coming and going so fast. You're usually there with the team for 3 years, maybe 4 for your rookie deal, and then after that you're moving on.
Yeah, but not here in Denver. This is really unique, and I like that. They should, if any team in the NFL should be hitting the ground running, it should be the Denver Broncos.
Fast start.
Here is Sean Payton yesterday morning talking about what to expect from Bo Nix's development in year number 3.
Look, his job, and we say this all the time, is lead your team into the end zone, lead your team to wins. And so I think, we see him every day at the facility. He's ahead of schedule with his rehab. He likes being around football. And that draft and the significance of trying to get that right is like, holy cow, it's so important. And look, we'll be able to grade that whole class. I always say 3 years out. Well, we could begin to apply that. And then certainly 10 years out, you really know. But I think the tweaks, the changes, the additions, and then understanding the challenges ahead.
From that answer, in addition to what I had heard from someone inside the organization, call it 4 weeks ago, Bo Nix he's just around every day.
Dedicated, obsessed, wants to win, serious about this. And we kind of knew that about Bo, just the way he goes about his business, more of that CEO presence.
Yep.
But also, it's the other things Bo is doing. It's not just about him and working hard in the building. He's also bringing people along with him. That's something that I wish Drew Lock would have done, but he was so young. Rookie, not a lot of guidance, immature at the time. And he's a lot more mature now, has kids, won a Super Bowl as a backup quarterback. Look, he gets to brag now.
Good for him.
But for Bo Nix, it's like, I want to bring everybody on this journey with me. If we're going to win, we're going to win together. And it's going to restaurants together. Like when Jalen Waddle came to town before he signed here.
Yeah.
I heard that Bo Nix was in a restaurant with Jalen Waddle, whining and dining him, talking, picking his brain. All right, that's what a leader does. All right, going to the Nuggets game. Z, you were at the Nuggets game. My guessing is side-by-side in your suite with Bo Nix right there.
It was not. But I could promise you if I was, there wouldn't be plexiglass hanging from it so I couldn't reach out and touch him the way it used to be with Russell Wilson.
I don't know. Is that how you roll? You like no plexiglass, all right?
Dude,
that's crazy.
A conversation for another day.
But Bo Nix going to the Nuggets game, but inviting everybody with him. Pat Bryant.
Yeah.
All right, your guy. He's around a lot more than maybe people are knowing or understanding that Pat Bryant and Bo Nix are starting to build this relationship, it looks like.
And by the way, like if you don't think, and we'll circle back and have this larger conversation about Pat Bryant, but the organization has got to love that this guy's around. Sean Payton's got to love that he can look outside and see Pat Bryant running around and catching balls from Bo Nix. Like, and I remember recently here, it was last year, heading into last season for the Nuggets, Julian Strother stayed in Denver the whole offseason.
I remember that.
And boy, Michael Malone, he mentioned it 3 or 4 times, and you could just see how much it meant to him that he stayed in Denver. What percentage of your teammates when you were with the Broncos would stay in Denver and be at the facility, throughout the week?
Maybe 5%. Maybe. Majority of them were hurt. There was not a lot.
And that's why they stayed.
Yeah, and the ones that did stay, they lived here. If you didn't live here, you were not coming back here. But it's different in that building. I mean, they're getting ready to have a brand new facility. Why would you want to leave that facility to go somewhere else when you can get everything you need and more in that facility? Bo Lowry has done a great job, along with, I got to say, the training staff too, because if I don't say their name, they get mad at us, Z. Did you know that?
Shout out.
Yeah,
shout out. You guys all do a great job.
Yes, you all do a great. It's not just Bo Lowry in there. There's a lot of working hands that are doing their part. And why would you want to leave that? Like, everything is right there for you, and your quarterback's in there. Bo Nix is in there probably right now, dissecting film, working on his ankle. I don't know. Maybe he's in the in the draft meetings. Who knows? But
George Payton did say he thinks of himself as like a quasi GM.
There you go. So maybe he is in them draft meetings. But he's taking this serious, and he's bringing everybody along with him. And so we know that Bo has the tangibles, and he also has the intangibles to be a great quarterback for a very long time. Time will tell. He has to stay healthy, continue to make plays in the clutch, 2-minute drill, things like that. But, man, it's looking good for Bo Nix.
Hey, real quick, this is one of my favorite answers yesterday from Sean Payton. Asked if he was good now with the roster.
Well, I never feel good. I think we have the draft coming up. We're excited about that. The point is, though, you have to apply some patience and have a good plan. And we recognize where we're at. We understand exactly where we're at with Bo's contract, our team, and yet the mistake 2/3 of the teams make is trying to win the day, win the draft day, win the hiring cycle day, and win the free agency day. And we're interested in winning. And so that's why our fan base is extremely important to us, but we're going to do what we think is best for our team to be better when this puzzle is finished at the end of, call it, June.
It was kind of a bar of like 2/3 of this league are trying to win the day, trying to win the draft, trying to win the coaching hiring cycle, trying to win free agency. We're just trying to win.
We just want to win, baby. We don't care how we win, what we do to win, as long as there's a big fat-ass W right next to that win column. That's all we care about.
All right, in just a bit over an hour, the Nuggets will try to accomplish something tonight that's only been done once in the history of the franchise. We'll tell you what that is and set the table for tip-off coming up next.
With the idea that the Broncos fell short of their ultimate prize at running back in free agency, would it be in their best interest to still go out and find an insurance policy?
You tried for Breece Hall. He got franchise tag. It got to be too pricey for you. Your self-imposed budget prevented you from doing that. You're bringing back Dobbins. That makes sense as a third corresponding move. You brought back Dobbins after you struck out on Breece Hall and A-Chain. Good. You're bringing back Dobbins. I think that's a good move. Once those two other things didn't work out, you still need an insurance policy. And they will go get one. I know they will.
I'm about to file a claim.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of, and he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and you can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
At Belco Credit Union, we want to make your dream renovation a reality. Maybe that means a modern kitchen upgrade or a luxurious new bathroom. With Belco's Home Equity Choice line, you can get easy access to funds with the freedom and convenience of a home equity line of credit, plus the security and stability of a home equity loan. Plus, Belco is also offering low rates for qualified borrowers. Learn more at belco.org/choiceline. Belco is an equal opportunity housing lender. Belco, banking for everyone.
Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Guys, we've had the driest winter in decades. Protect your home with fire-resistant, non-combustible, low-maintenance upgrades built to handle Colorado's extreme weather. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
In the big tourney, everything comes down to the buzzer. In business, the buzzer sounds when the lights go out. That's why commercial and industrial facilities trust Piper Electric. For over 40 years, they've delivered expert electrical construction, service and maintenance, fire alarm systems, and large-scale power distribution. Their licensed electricians are safety-driven, highly skilled, and built for complex projects. Starting a new project? Include Piper Electric in your bid process to save you time, money, and headaches along the way. Visit piperelectric.com.
Still haven't filed your taxes? Hey, you're not the only one. A lot of good people fall behind. But here's the thing. The longer you wait, the harder the IRS can hit back. Penalties stack up. Interest piles on. The letters get more aggressive. None of it magically disappears. It's why I always tell folks, call my friends at Advanced Tax Solutions. These are not generalists. They don't dabble in tax problems. They live in this world. Resolving IRS issues is all they do. Maybe you're 1 year behind. Maybe you're 10. Maybe you've got unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, or you're just losing sleep wondering what the IRS is going to do next. Their licensed tax professionals can step in fast, talk to the IRS for you, stop the stress, and start putting a real plan in place. And listen, waiting never makes it better. Every day you delay is another day the IRS gets to tighten the screws. One quick call to Advanced Tax Solutions, that could be the start of a quick resolution. So take control of your tax situation before the IRS does. Reach out to Advanced Tax Solutions today and breathe again.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
When it's cold, the last thing you want is your home's heater to quit on you. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, our team of comfort specialists take the frustration out of the equation. From simple repairs to more complex fixes, we'll get you warm and comfortable quickly. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com. Don't forget, we're
Always on time, or you don't pay it time. Always on time, or you don't pay it time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
After a devastating car crash, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work. And the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At Berg Simpson Law Firm, you only pay us if we win your case. That means there's no down payment and no upfront costs to get the help you need right now. Give Berg Simpson a call and we'll be with you every step of the way.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Waterloo Turf Denver. Get your Saturdays back.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, in just about 90 minutes, the Denver Nuggets are going to try to do something that's only been done one other time in the history of the franchise. Do we realize that despite all the struggles this year,
the drama,
and the stuff in the clutch, and the inability to win at home, and inability to beat, winning teams, the Denver Nuggets have done one thing extraordinarily well. And that is go on the road and win games. Right now, the Denver Nuggets are 24-15. And if they can go and beat the tanking Utah Jazz, they will match the most road wins in the history of this organization.
You know what, Z? If the Nuggets just would handle business against tanking teams, we'd probably be sitting here today saying, hey, they're getting ready to have their 25th win on the road. But because they struggle and they stoop down to the team's level, you have to kind of hold your breath. Okay, are the Denver Nuggets going to win tonight? And it's always against the Jazz. The Jazz play the Denver Nuggets tough, man, and there's a lot of scoring going on and not a lot of defense. But it's also good that the Denver Nuggets can win on the road because we all know you're going to have to win some games in the postseason on the road. So you're always doing something. If you're the Nuggets, you're always doing something to lead up to the postseason. So they can do it tonight. They should do it tonight. They will do it tonight. Professional approach. With the mentality of we got 6 games left, counting 6 games being today's the 6th one, and then after this they go to 5 more games. So this is it. Fine-tune. Tune up. These tune-up games before it actually begins. So I'm excited to see what they do tonight.
The Denver Nuggets are a whopping 16.5-point road favorite. That is a huge number. These two teams played within the last week here. And it was Friday night.
Yep.
I could not believe this. Because they were just as big of a favorite, I'm pretty sure, on Friday.
Might have been even more.
I literally think it was like 16 and a half points.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right on that one.
And the final score was 135-129. The Jazz scored 129 points. The worst defense in the NBA gives up $125. And the Nuggets had to come back down 13 points in the fourth quarter. Oh, my God. And what made it so crazy, and I can't believe this is real. But, and I don't know who realized this or who didn't, but in last Friday's game, the Jazz have a player named Kyle Filipowski.
Yeah.
If you're a Duke fan, you know Kyle well, all right? He was a second-round pick in the 2024 draft, and he was having himself a night. Like he was doing great.
He was feeling himself.
He had 25 points in 25 minutes. Well, why was it just 25 minutes if he was having such a great night? Why wasn't it, 30, 35, whatever? Phil, the players on the court, the tank is organizational.
Yeah.
But the players on the court are going to try to play well. It's
fighting for their NBA careers.
Literally.
A lot of them are.
So Kyle Filipowski was playing so well, the Utah Jazz pulled him from the lineup in the fourth quarter.
That right there makes me mad, man. Like, this guy is trying to make a name for himself. He's out there. He's having a good game, and you pull him because he's doing well. Like, you make that make sense.
Dude, he had 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in 25 minutes, and they yanked him from the lineup.
No, did the league investigate this? Are they under an investigation? Like, this is crazy. Like, insane. Something that should not be going down, should not be happening. I don't care if you're a tanking team. You don't blatantly just do it in front of everybody where you're like, hey, buddy, you're out of here. Pretend to fake an injury or whatever you want to do, but you're done playing.
Isn't that nuts?
Crazy, man.
It's like the organizational arm reached out and plucked him off of the floor. And maybe the Nuggets don't win. If he, I don't know. I would like to believe they would have, but they were down 13 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So
no.
The Jazz are absolutely terrible. Okay, they're terrible. They have lost 6 straight games and 18 of 21. All right. So if they have a professional approach, as you mentioned, this should be a no sweat finish. This should be an organic load management game for someone like Jokic, Jamal. If Aaron Gordon plays, he's probable. We'll see what that actually looks like. But if they have the right mindset, this should not be a big burden to put away the Jazz.
And you know what, Z? They need some rest, all right, especially because the injuries are starting to stack up on them again. Cam Johnson is going to play tonight. He had the back spasms. But guess what? If you're dominating a team, you get that rest. Or Payton Watson, he wants more minutes, but he may not get the minutes he wants if they're dominating, they're winning, and they have a professional approach. But also, Spencer Jones is not going to be available. Zeke Naji. So some of these depth pieces that you would throw in there so that you can get the rest, they're not playing. So you just want to make sure that you can get this game done with so that you can get the rest, you can stay healthy, and get ready for the next.
Yep, that's all. That's all. Okay. We'll see how everything shakes out tonight. Who is the one guy that you're the most interested in watching this evening?
I want to see Payton Watson, Z.
Me too.
I want to see more of P-Watt. All right, defensively, offensively, I want him to start getting into a rhythm. The confidence is there. He's ready to explode. Him himself has even said that he wants more minutes. All right, I want to see him with the starting lineup at least once before the postseason starts. He may not start, Z. He may not start, but at some point he's going to be mixed in there with them. All right, get that chemistry built with Jokic, just like what Christian Brown's doing, and give him an opportunity to get back to what he was doing before the injury. And I think he can do a great job tonight against a tanking Jazz team. Give him that confidence, let him score his points, create shots on his own. I want to see more of that for P-Watt tonight.
Now, I'm super interested in watching Payton Watson as well, but for me, if he plays Aaron Gordon, how is he moving around? You know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't pretty damn concerned about the Aaron Gordon dynamic. We talked about this a couple days ago. If he can't go, and again, you might have heard me say this before, but AG hasn't played in 16 consecutive games since they won the championship. That was years ago. And he has missed more than half the season already. And then when he comes back and the whole group's together, you miss the most recent game because it's calf tightness. This was the deal last year before he popped his hamstring. He's pulled it 3 times in 11 months. So how is he moving? Is he laboring? You know, is there a stiffness to him? I'm going to be like really zeroing in on Aaron Gordon's. I don't care whether he makes or miss shots or what rebounds he pulls. Like, I'm just going to be watching him almost like I watch rookies in summer league. Like, I'm unbothered whether shots go in or this and that, like what your stat line looks like. How do you move out there in an NBA setting?
What about having him come off the bench tonight, just for caution, being cautious? Would you be okay with that, or just like your mindset is if you're going to play and you're a starter, you should play?
Yeah, yes, that's part of it. And the other part of it is once he gets through warm-ups and you're ready to start the game, I want him to stay warm. I don't want him to go sit back down and have to stay warm on the bike or anything like that. And it wouldn't shock me at all if we don't see him, just out of an abundance of caution. So we'll see what that actually looks like this evening. Okay, shifting gears. The Nuggets are not the only local team in action tonight. Nathan McKinnon is going to try to do something that he's only done one other time in his career. We'll tell you what that is and preview that contest before puck drops. Coming up next.
The countdown to the playoffs is on. 6 games left, and the spotlight is on Aaron Gordon. Soft tissue injuries, a year-long pattern, and a postseason that demands 2 months of non-stop intensity. Can he hold up when it matters most? That answer could define the entire playoff run.
The one that's got me worried is Aaron Gordon, because this is a pattern with him. The soft tissue injuries, it's what's really set him back the last year plus. And here we are 6 games before understanding that if this team is going to make a deep run in the playoffs, you're talking about a month and a half, 2 months of just just really intense playoff basketball. I'm just really worried about this guy being able to hold up.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs change, kids grow, new memes will come out. But what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and a price that didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issue before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. You get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices and no battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, your devices will be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings. So even though your kids will grow up, your internet is going to stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. Plus, get online in minutes with the same-day Wi-Fi. All with Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price, unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply, select plans only.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Hey, what's up? It's Zach here. And if you're looking for your new go-to spot in Centennial, the Basketball Social House is it. Award-winning food and drinks, an incredible weekend brunch, and a brand new sports bar entertainment space where you can catch every Colorado game. Even if you're not playing, it's a great hang. But if you are, their private basketball suites are unreal. Full court, lounge, music, TVs, the whole setup. And because you're hearing this from me, get half off your first private basketball suite rental. Just use code HALFOFFHOOPS. Trust me, you're going to love this place.
When the Nuggets are knocking down threes, you score too. If Denver hits 15 or more three-pointers, you score a free 28-ounce Gatorade Lower Sugar the very next day at your friendly King Soopers. Gatorade Lower Sugar is scientifically formulated with Gatorade's #1 proven electrolyte blend and has 75% less sugar than Gatorade Thirst Quencher and no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. Big shots deserve next-level hydration. Only at King Soopers.
For over a decade, Bluebird Windows and Doors of Denver has been servicing the Front Range with products built to withstand Colorado's unpredictable weather. Bluebird Sunrise Collection windows are built to last a lifetime and are backed by strong warranties. Buy 3, get 1 free through April, and mention you heard about Bluebird from me, Mike Evans. You'll save an additional 5%. Enjoy the outdoors through energy-efficient Bluebird windows. Visit gobluebirdco.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird day.
At Thirsty Lion Scratch Kitchen, craft cocktails and beer, every dish is made fresh daily, from chef-driven, globally inspired flavors to the classics you crave. Behind the bar, handcrafted cocktails meet a curated lineup of local and regional beers. It's a place to gather, unwind, and connect, where the energy is lively and the experience is always elevated. Thirsty Lion. Come as strangers, leave as friends. Visit them at the corner of 16th and Wynkoop or at thirstylionrestaurant.com.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli
Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 104.3 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment here on a hump day. All right, officially closer to Friday than Monday. By the way, speaking of Friday, come join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and our home opener party Friday, April 3rd at the Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Dover and Cecil will be broadcasting live from the patio from 10 to 2 p.m., followed by The Drive from 2 to 6. Thirsty Lion will be registering people to win a $250 gift card. So, if you're looking for somewhere to go before or after the game, come hang out with us at the Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Stopping by, friend of the show, the scrappy one, the Scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys?
How are we living?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing good. Nate McKinnon sitting on 49 goals here, looking for number 50 for just the second time in his career tonight.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. In a year where the points have been the focus for the team, and obviously the President's Trophy and holding off the Stars. Nathan McKinnon is cruising towards another 50 goals. He's certainly going to get there before the season ends, hopefully tonight. And a Hart Trophy could very well be in his future as well. It kind of feels like we're at that point in the year, fellas, where every night some sort of history can happen for the Avs.
Correct.
And obviously if McKinnon gets 50 tonight, that'll be a big deal.
Well, what are you looking for in this game, man? Just like Vancouver is not a good team.
So I was at the Winnipeg game on Saturday. Rare treat to go as a fan. You know, normally I sit in the press box and I'm there as a fan, and the energy was great. It was awesome. And then I watched the guys play hockey, and I'm like, their hearts aren't in it. They had just come back from a really successful 4-game road trip, built that lead up on Dallas, and obviously they fell to the Jets 4-2. And they just came out and smashed the Flames. You could tell they took the anger out from the Winnipeg game on Calgary. I think that momentum continues tonight. Vancouver's awful.
They're so bad.
Truly terrible. The betting line in this, the Avalanche like minus 450. You don't see that in hockey, man. Overwhelming favorites to win the night. And I think they want to get it done sooner rather than later. There is now a scenario where they play in Dallas on Saturday. They can wrap up the West, the Central, and come so close to the President's Trophy depending on what happens out East. I think they want to get it done. Because you know what they get to do when they get it done? All the big dogs get to sit. All that Olympic stuff that they played in, which was awesome, their rest will be made up to them. I would fully expect Jared Bednar to sit his superstars and beyond for the final 2, 3, 4 games of the year. They really are going to be the Colorado Eagles from games 79, 80, 81, 82.
Oh, you think so? Like wholesale sitting, not just like organic suppressing the on ice time?
Yeah, like I think like Ross Colton could be on your first line in some of those games. Parker Kelly could be on your first line.
I want to see it. I want Parker Kelly to get 20 goals. All right, I want to be selfish for him, but also I want that built-in rest. Since they've been on that Olympic break, they've been going. So this would be some organic rest that they can get if they can get the guys to sit.
And here's what's tricky, Zach. You say just like kind of in the game.
Because you're starting to see that right now.
You are. Their ice time is going down.
Yeah. Correct.
But you still have to put bodies out there. It's not like basketball where Jokic can dress and just sit on the bench the entire game. Like, if you get a jersey, I think Jared Bednar still wants to cycle 4 lines. He still wants to cycle 3 D pairs. I just don't think Nathan McKinnon's going to get a jersey in game 81 or 82. I don't think Gabriel Landeskog's going to get a jersey in game 81 or 82.
Now, McKinnon's going to have to kind of co-sign that too, though.
For Hart Trophy purposes?
Yeah. He is in dude, 2 weeks ago, he was the clear clear favorite. Now it's a coin flip between him and Nikita Kucherov, who is on an absolute heater right now. Kucherov has 1 more point than McKinnon. Now McKinnon has 9 more goals. I think that should be plus, playing on the best team in the league, and McKinnon number 1 in plus minus when he's been. This is nuts. When McKinnon alone has been on the ice this season, the Avs have scored 56 more goals. It's the number 1 mark in the league. Second is 45. You know who that is?
Marty Natchez.
Yeah, I want you to say his name.
Yeah, I knew it.
I want you to say his name.
At that dirty little mouth of yours, say Marty Natchez.
And so, no, but even Natchez is, he's double-digit goals behind McKinnon in terms of plus minus. So I think it should be McKinnon. I'm gonna circle back and bet him to win the Hart Trophy because, dude, he's minus 115.
You better do it in the next hour because if he gets a hat trick tonight, which he very well could, it may shift.
Yeah.
But don't you think a Stanley Cup's more important to Nathan McKinnon? Like, I think if Jared Bednar came to him and said, I'm not playing you the last 2 or 3, do you think he'd throw a fit?
I think he sits 1 game. I think he
that
sits 1.
Seattle game.
And I think Bednar knows McKinnon's temperament to the degree that I don't think you ask him to sit multiple games. It's like, hey, I want you to sit 1. Which one works for you? Is like kind of how you present it, you know?
What about like a Gabe or an Arturi, though?
Yeah,
Guys that have battled injuries.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'd sit them 2 or 3.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe
not just
so.
the
Yeah,
1.
Yeah. But McKinnon in all-time battle with Nikita Kucherov, and if he wins that Hart Trophy, he gets put in the highest tier. He's already in the highest tier in the history of Denver sports, I would say. But Larry Walker won 1 MVP. John Elway won 1 MVP. Terrell Davis won 1 MVP. Did I say Larry Walker?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning won 1 MVP here, right? Joe Sakic won 1 Hart. Forsberg won 1 Hart. He will join only Jokic in the history of Denver sports to have multiple MVPs. I know it's important to him, and he's a psychopath. So, I think it's relevant down the backstretch.
Yeah, get him an MVP, get him a Conn Smythe, and get him a second cup. Think about the 3 things he can win. That gold medal, that plushie, it was on his stick, didn't go in. I know he wants that moment back, but a Hart, a Conn Smythe, and a cup make up for that in a big way.
Yeah, that's the NHL like holy trinity right there. Mm-hmm. So, all right.
What do you think happened to that plushie, by the way?
It never made it out of the locker room.
It's in the trash.
It went right into the trash.
Was it beheaded?
I would like to think so, but probably just in the trash. All right, we're going to leave it there for now. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock to react to the Nuggets, to react to the Avs, to recap where the Rockies are at, maybe, some of the stuff that we didn't get to today after they stole a series against the reigning and defending champions of the American League. All right, we'll leave it there for now. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Baseball is back, and Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is leading off the season in style. Join us Friday, April 3rd for our home opener party at Thirsty Lion Restaurant at Union Station. Dover and Cecil will get the party started live from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the Tribe will come out of the bullpen to close things out from 2 to 6.
How about that?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, fellas. What's going on? It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We are going to get through this day together. But men, let's be honest. Most of us are great at ignoring signs. We feel tired. We're dragging through the days. We're not sleeping as well. The workouts aren't as productive as they used to be. And we just chalk it up as we're getting older. But for a lot of guys out there, those are classic symptoms of low testosterone. And I'm here to tell you that my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic are experts in treating low T and other men's sexual health conditions. They treated tens of thousands of men across Colorado. And this year specifically, they're helping guys go even further with their 4 targeted body composition plans, featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and even more, all designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate that fat loss that you're dealing with. Finding out is simple as well. All you need to do is go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com and take their 2-minute low T quiz. Then schedule a consult where they're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. The appointment is $99, which will include a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if you start treatments on the day of the appointment, the visit is free. There's 5 locations out there to serve you as well, gentlemen, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Don't ignore these signs any longer. Give Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
It's the College Hoops Showdown. Wall-to-wall basketball and zero time to mess with your lawn. At Waterloo Turf, they help Denver homeowners trade yard work for game time. No mowing, no watering, no mud on game day. Just a green championship-level lawn all season long. Perfect for watch parties, pets, and backyard hoops. From backyards to putting greens, Waterloo Turf installs premium artificial turf built for Colorado. Visit WaterlooTurf.com/Denver and book your free consultation. Waterloo Turf. Get your Saturdays back and don't miss the buzzer.
Everything is getting more expensive. Gas, groceries, and especially rent, which can go up every single year. But as a homeowner, you have a secret weapon. While the world gets pricier, a fixed-rate mortgage stays exactly the same. That stability isn't just peace of mind, it's your family's financial foundation. American Financing understands home ownership creates wealth. Every monthly payment builds equity and stacks your net worth on autopilot. It's how the middle class actually wins the long game. Your home is a flexible asset. You can live in it, rent it out for passive income, or pass it down to your children. Renting gives you none of that. American Financing salary-based mortgage consultants can help you get pre-qualified with no upfront fees. Call American Financing today and get a pre-qualification letter in 24 hours or less. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. Secure your rate, build your wealth, and get the cash you need. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free.